With Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, appearing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 90 minutes of Phil to Phil, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and shill. The stream's online and straight away begins to whine, but all is fine as long as Shad's benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran straight to feeling so insecure. The money earned from yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always set to stay on. If supports are also slow and stays so low and fails to grow, you never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Once clicked off across the board with charge to what because his code can be ignored, just how much DSP makes us feel so bored to help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch and why his sheep are also cheap while DSP is chasing green. We're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals are slow machine. He's snorting, burping, leaning, ban. It matters not if battery fun his child can't see if powers make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before launching into a big pretending there for bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of college cat and fatty wife and all his strife while forgetting that it's done well and they were rife. With drama he will react but isn't act, that is a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. Teaches nearly over and a win is in sight with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not light. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jad here, and welcome to DSP Bingo for us today, Tuesday the 27th of June 2023. I do hope you're all doing very well indeed. And yeah, I am joined today by a special guest. We have one of the hosts of That Being Said. We've got Alt Insider joining me for this robust bingo stream, so welcome to the stream, Alt.
Thank you for letting me invade. Keep the summer of too much ALT continuing. It's all because of your generosity. It's the third week in a row now. Hoping I can convince you next week as well, but it's been a lot of fun. Let's keep it going.
I'm always happy to have guests. I mean, the more the merrier. I mean, I'm always happy to have people, come on and be a guest if they want to be a guest and join in and just, have some fun and shoot the shit and of course enjoy some otters if we want to enjoy some otters. So yeah.
Old style co-host.
I'm trying to think here as well. Did you? I mean, you're doing the summer of alts, but did you actually? Was there a day you missed? Because remember that being said, we're due to go live one day for a stream, and then nothing. You had to cancel last second.
You'd think, but I was on the tractor beam stream that very day.
Oh
so
my!
I went on there and said it was on for an hour on that show, so I still kept the streak going. Now we're at day 22 or 23 or something like that.
I stand corrected.
It's not ending.
I stand corrected, and I didn't know. I mean, also because that being said, I thought that being said was basically the one main gig of the day, essentially. But I didn't realise.
Yeah.
I didn't realise you were on the tractor beam on that day as well. Thank you very much to Prof for a super chat. Who says Alt's old? Yes.
Not even a joke attached. What is that? Come on. It's got to be a joke attached.
Give him a break. He's a wee bit nervous. I don't know if you've seen Prophet's community post that he made very recently there. He's due to undergo surgery. Yeah, so he's going to have surgery on Friday, whatever. And of course, we do wish it goes well and he gets a speedy recovery from the surgery. But so he's probably got that in his mind, which is why he's not coming up with any clever, funny jokes. So it is what it is. Fair. I thought Canadians were funny.
Good luck.
I mean, Canadians might be funny, but Prophet, I guess, is the exception to the rule. There you go. But okay, but thank you very much for super chat. I appreciate it. Now, of course, Bill's stream is live. Not shit. He's using the restroom right now, and he's going to get the stream started. So before all that happens, we can actually get the wheel, spin the wheel, and determine today's bingo card criteria. I have removed 3 different things from the card.
Oh,
I have removed thus. I have removed bigotry. Because I didn't feel it was happening too often, Phil being randomly racist or bigoted. And I've also removed Phil saying disgusting. I feel like these 3 things were not happening a whole lot these days, so I felt, in the interest of trying to fucking win full houses, I removed those 3 things. But still 116 different things on this fucking wheel to try and narrow it down to a fucking card of 24 different things, so forget. I'm going to spin the wheel now and determine today's card, so let's go.
Yes, it's an ever-evolving bingo card here. That's how King Jad does it. Making it perfect.
Oh, is it going to... It landed on that being said. Are you kidding me?
There we go.
What are the odds? What are the fucking odds? That being said... Which bingo card is bingo best? Right. So, that being said... Now, how shall we try and pick today's bingo card? I could ask for a number, or I could just randomly hold on to the enter button and ask it to tell me when to hit stop. And that card will
I could not do that. Stop.
What was that?
Stop.
Okay, I'll stop there. Here we go. And the
Well,
card.
here's a. Oh, go ahead. I was gonna say, can we quickly get a? I was wanting to ask the chat. Could we do a special center square?
Yeah, I completely forgot about that. So I don't, does anyone have any clever ideas for a centre square? We can change this, of course. We don't have to be locked into this card right here. We can change the centre square and then do it again. But if people have any ideas,
I was thinking about. How about this? Big streamer, successful streamer. Something streamer. Like he's not that. I think there's a low chance he says Asmongold Sir Toastman, but he might say like something streamer, successful, huge, giant streamer, that kind of thing. So I think that has a better chance than just Asmongold. But I'm up for obviously all your suggestions.
I mean, it kind of falls under the kind of category of YouTuber Chelsea, which is already kind of on the card anyway. I mean, it's not on this particular card, but we have it as an option, you know, for. I don't know if it's on anyone. There's one that is right there for this card, for example, here, YouTuber Chelsea. But,
yep, that's true. Okay.
But we could particularly have Asmongold, because that was the one person that did react to him. I don't know if it's on Twitter much. I mean, I know some people were mentioning on Twitter Asmongold, where, you know, Ali and Phil's fucking shit and making fun of him and talking about the fucking hat and all that. So, yeah, it was definitely on. I mean, I've seen it on Twitter earlier on. I've seen a wee clip of it. Fucking scrolling through Twitter randomly. It's fucking good fucking look at the end there. But yeah, and of course Phil fucking playing badly at Zelda as well and getting mocked for that. That's probably the next viral thing, I imagine.
Yes,
but we could do very well. Hold on, I'll just scroll to the very fucking top before I use it. Just fucking do this. Hold on. Asmongold as a centre square could be. If people think Phil's going to actually name drop Asmongold.
I don't think so, guys. That's a really tough one. He might do it later in the stream, but he rarely does it in the pre-stream of the thing he's trying not to talk about, right? He might do it later when he'll be like, you know, halfway through his gameplay, he'll be like, well, you know, someone certain Asmongold and it said some stuff, of course. Like that's how we'll do it. But I don't think he's gonna do it in the pre-stream. But you know, who knows? We're all guessing here.
Dogsplain thinks that new viewers might be better than Asmongold.
Ooh,
Sir Toastman thinks punching down.
Punching down, yeah.
I mean, new viewer. I don't know. It's a tough one. It is a tough one, isn't it?
We could just stick with Snort if we want to fill the card out.
Yeah,
guys. That's true.
Is it better safe than sorry? I don't know. Fuck it. White noise. Cody Taylor says white noise.
Oh, that's a great one. That is a great one.
Actually, it's a very solid suggestion. He has been saying it quite often lately. White noise.
Yeah.
Ignore the drama. White noise. You know what? I think it's like Cody. It's a great shout. Do we want to go for it? I think we should go for it. Phil does say it quite often, quite as of late, especially when there's drama being discussed about him. So, white noise is a great shout. So, go
for it.
White noise.
We are making it harder to win bingo, but it's more fun. So that's why we're doing this. Dog explained.
There we go. So I just generate a whole bunch of different cards. Fantastic. And of course, that being said, is a criteria still for our card.
Yes.
So, just tell me when you want me to stop, and I'm going to stop.
Ready, stop.
Here we go. The card on the left-hand side here is a card we have for today's bingo fun and games. You've got Phil to say sound good, him being in defense mode, him saying here's the thing, dude, and react. Then you got Phil to discuss food, him slapping his leg, him mocking his chat, him saying update, and him smacking his lips.
Nice.
Third row is Phil saying addition. That being said, shout out to fucking you guys, there you fucking go. The white noise, Phil to say white noise randomly, him saying help, and fuck. The fourth row is I don't know why, but I always fucking emphasise fuck just because. I mean, I guess it's fucking part of me being Scottish and I fucking just have to really fucking emphasise the word fuck. The fourth row is Phil saying reality, him doing siege mode. What is siege mode? It is when he crosses and folds his arms when he's talking to the audience. He done that several times yesterday, so there's a strong chance he'll do it again today. Phil to say variety, in fact, and fun. The fifth and final row is Phil doing the eye touch, which of course was your recommendation to add and wasn't now in the card.
Yes.
Clown mode, which is self-explanatory, is when he's just fucking being a weird random fucking clown. Him touching his face, him saying idiot, and finally him messing about with his phone in any capacity.
Ooh, the only one that scares me is the phone. That's like literally
Really?
the only one that scares me.
He
Because
uses
like touch face, eyes touch, eye touch, touch face, be
the
it
phone stuff
fun.
is
A
a
lot of
gimme.
guarantees.
The phone stuff he uses for his tips, bear in mind. So
Oh, that's true. Never
it's
mind. Yeah,
almost a
never mind.
guarantee. So really, I mean,
Never mind. You're
if
right.
I'm looking at his card, the one thing I'm particularly concerned about could be, let me think. Probably reality is not a guarantee a lot of the time, and also white noise as well. You know, what I mean, as because there has been a lot of discussion lately, and Phil's been discussed by a big React streamer like Asmongold. There's a good chance he will say, white noise, when trying to just fucking say I'm going to ignore all the white noise of all the drama. But as also, it's not a guarantee either. So white noise and reality, to me, are the two problematic ones potentially.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So, of course, with all that being said, there's a variety of ways for you guys to potentially help us, get a full house in the bingo card with free spaces. Obviously, first, mainly we rely on Phil and the things that happens on his stream. And for example, if Phil snorts 20 times or burps 10 times before he starts recording for gameplay, that's a free space. If he gets 100 likes on the stream before he starts recording for gameplay, that's also a free space. And if we get 100 likes on this very stream, not only is it a free space as well, but I played a Bubbles animation that picks that animation so very kindly made for us all to enjoy. Phil's starting right now, by the way. Like he's got his wee fucking bumper thing going now. So I'm not sure he's going to have some sort of, pre-intro or not. Sometimes he does and sometimes he doesn't. He doesn't, but we still have fucking a minute or so for his long ass intro to play. So there we go.
Cold open or no? He didn't do the cold open, I guess.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes he does and sometimes he doesn't. His logic is he doesn't do them when he doesn't have anything to talk about, essentially. So it's basically anticipate a boring podcast, I guess, because he has nothing of value to talk about and try and promote or highlight. We're just going straight into the cold open. Yeah.
Q&A. Here we go.
Fucking hell, man. I feel like Q&A starts earlier than usual. These days, it's fucking crazy.
To talk about. Yeah, he just has to fill the fucking time. It's like, please just save us all. You have nothing to talk about. He gets pissed at the questions too. He's like, okay, first ask a dumb question.
Yeah.
What food do I like? Okay. Why are you asking about food? Come on, guys.
Fucking crazy. But obviously we're 25 out of 25 to get the cards. Hopefully we can get a full 25 out of 25. One of you guys can potentially win a prize if we do get 25 out of 25. Make sure you've left a comment on the link in the description of the community post, which is in the stream.
Good morning, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Level 1 podcast. We're busy having fun down here on Level 1. Apologies as I set to our leaderboard here with a brand new layout. Final Fantasy antagonists today. How cool is that?
A brand new layout. What do you think of the brand new layout? Shite or really shite?
I'm harder than a diamond in an ice storm.
Fucking hell. It's just big fucking... I mean, I love how Phil fucking feels like a lot of pride in these fucking layouts when he's not even responsible for making any of them whatsoever. Also,
You can't tell what anything is. It's like, it's just not good style when they're so fucking small. You gotta zoom in, fucking see, oh, okay, that's it. Cool.
yeah. Also,
Awesome.
am I crazy? Or has he fixed the fucking random extra space between the number 1 and podcast?
Ooh, you are... Well, I think he's maybe double spaced at all. But in effect, yes, you're right. That is look equal. Sides of the one.
That's what I'm saying. It
equal.
looks like it's not actually out, so that's what I'm saying. It's not bothering me as much as usual. So yeah, maybe it's the font. It could be just a trick of the eyes with the font, potentially. Who knows?
Maybe that's his hairline is throwing off your aspect, how you're seeing
That's
it,
a very
because
good
the hairline
fucking point.
goes
Yeah,
up.
I love how
The
head is straight, but the hairline's diagonal as fuck, like a fucking ski slope.
Could
Look
be
at that
optical
shit,
illusion.
man. It really is a hell of an
You
optical
gotta
illusion.
wait till we see some movement.
Right, that's it. Let's just crack on with it.
Really cool new art for the podcast. Today is Tuesday, the 27th of June, 2023. I'm DSP, of course, and I welcome you here to the show. Those here live, welcome. Actually started like a few minutes early, but
Whoa, awesome!
happy to have you here,
Going
and those
above
watching
beyond.
on demand after the fact, as always. Hope you're enjoying and ready for some fun chill today. In particular,
I know you try to say chill there, but it really did sound like shill. I hope you're ready for some fun shill today.
Yeah, that's the
because
truth option.
it said fun, no? So that's our first one ticked off. Fantastic stuff indeed.
There we go.
They got a snort on the board as well. If he snorts 20 times, that's a free space.
Hope you're enjoying and ready for some fun chill today. In particular,
yeah, he did sound like it.
On today's podcast, I don't have anything too
anything to say
crazy important to talk about.
Imagine you're starting the podcast by telling your audience, this is going to be a big waste of fucking time. I have nothing of value whatsoever to fucking talk about on this podcast. This is going to be a long 90 minutes. No, I won't start the game early. Brace yourselves and give me money. Thank you, audience.
I'm going to say that tomorrow at the start of our show. All right, guys, we got nothing to say, but we're going to start the show anyway, so let's try to have fun.
Holy fuck, Phil. Try and fucking sell your fucking product a bit better than that, you know? Jesus Christ.
Damn it.
I need to rewind that just for Phil. This is how Phil fucking advertises meaningful content. This is his meaningful content right here. And how he promotes it.
Happy to have you here, and those watching on demand after the fact, as always. Hope you're enjoying and ready for some fun chill today. In particular, on today's podcast, I don't have anything too crazy important to talk about. I'm going to give you guys an update on what's going on with Street Fighter 6 because I had a really good session yesterday. I'll give you an update on how we did in Zelda last night. But outside of that, there's no game news or anything really going on outside of the ongoing trial/investigation into the possible Microsoft Activision merger. And there's just so much nonsense coming out every day. Oh, we read more emails from Microsoft CEOs saying that they want to buy everything in the industry. I don't care. Like, at this point, with this leak amount of information every day, it's just it's like a slug moving towards a goal. It's like, either do something or don't. And, I'm not even following the story anymore at this point.
Right, these fucking legal issues, which fucking have like billions of dollars on the fucking line, will take a long time to fucking go through every single, minutia of detail to make sure they're fucking getting the fucking, proper resolution. They can't just speed up just for the sake of Phil being bored to get a fucking proper news story for his shitey podcast.
No, that's why, because he can't. There's too much information for him to handle and have what he thinks is a good reaction to. So that's why he's saying like, I don't give a shit about this. Who cares? To me, it's like a snail going towards a goal.
Jesus, man.
Great metaphor.
Some people are asking what happened with Asmongold. I mean, I can try and find it if you guys want. I don't know who would have a clip of it right enough. I don't even know.
The whole video itself, I can do a quick recap, but you should look for it. But Asmongold, basically, someone shared with him of Mighty D video, I think it was. Was it Mighty D? Something like that. There it is right there.
Here's a 50-second Darks to the Floor. Darks to the Floor. This is the video I saw earlier on. Darks to the Floor. Asmongold's finding out about DSP's hacked goal. This is a 50-second clip. So, here's Asmongold reacting to DSP and what he said.
Hey, if these people can do it and actually have a real life and maintain all that, more power to them. I don't know how they do it. Hey, that's just real talk, all right? See, but then you get morons who make fun of...
He's wearing a hat. He's in... What are you doing wearing a hat in the house? Why you wear a hat in the house, man? What is this? What's he doing with the hat on?
Great shot.
He lives in Seattle. He wears that hat? Bro, what are you doing wearing that? Are you wearing a hat in the house? It was a donation goal? You telling me people gave him money to wear this hat? People paid for this? Oh, fuck. We gotta start streaming on YouTube.
I like that's his takeaway from that.
Yeah. So, the whole video is 20 minutes. It's actually not like that awesome. Like, I went in like excited as shit, but I left like, okay, that's cool. He talked a little bit about DSP, but it wasn't that crazy. Like the base material wasn't that crazy, to be honest. It basically just he like talks about Asmongold, like, look how dirty his house is. It's crazy. He's like a hoarder. That was basically it. Like DSP wasn't saying anything that insane. He was saying like, if you want to stay up for 18-hour sessions of gameplay, you probably can't talk to your family that much, right? And that's kind of like a true statement. So it's not like that crazy.
Yeah. Big Man Boogie, we've actually had a tweet about it an hour ago. He's saying, Asmongold is a purist soul on YouTube. I watched a video where he responds to DSP shit-talking him, and he could have went so hard on phone and pulled his punches. Literally, any other creator would destroy the guy. So, as Boogie, a big fan of Asmongold and their pure soul.
Mick Bernstein, I can disagree more with that statement. Mr. Bernstein said Asmongold would be a loud cow if he wasn't rich. In dirtiness alone, but he can talk about any topic and make it interesting. There's a huge difference there. And have smart takes about stuff. Like, you don't have to agree with his takes, but they are well put together. And like, I'm not even an Asmongold fan, but he can handle any situation, any video you say react to, and he can have very interesting takes about it, whether you agree with them or not. So that's a big difference.
Yeah,
And just like Phil just spouting, you know.
Right, on with the bingo.
Until there's actually a determination, because it's so boring. Okay? But outside of that, there's really no gaming news going on right now. And so, we'll just talk about, you know, what's been going on with the playthroughs yesterday. And, you know, a brief glossing over what's coming up this week. And then I guess we're just going to open up and have some Q&A. And
Oh, what a surprise that is. What a fucking shocker that was. He's going to fucking talk about his favourite subject, himself, and the shit he's been doing, and then have some Q&A. Who saw that one coming? Fuck me, man.
Oh God.
brief glossing over what's coming up this week. And then I guess we're just going to open up and have some Q&A and interact that way.
I'll come back tomorrow. I'll leave now.
Today.
Come back tomorrow, Chad.
Don't leave. I need some help to endure this car. The authors can only do so much. The authors can only carry me through so much.
They're fucking sleeping now.
Yeah, they're in the wee hole right here, just having a wee chill.
Yeah.
But it's like two. I think it's two. Is it three? It's hard to tell. There's one over here, just having an absolute right good chill.
Chilling, yeah.
But they like sleeping together. You know, the authors do the thing where they hold on to their hand, you know, each other's hands when they're sleeping, so they don't drift apart.
Sweet.
They are very cute, and they're very good at calming you down when Phil gets very annoying.
You know, in news-wise or whatever, not much to talk about. So maybe we'll just have a more laid-back podcast. And therefore, I hope you will chill with me and enjoy. And thanks for tuning in. Now, a few quick things.
Thanks for what?
Before...
Like, thanks for enduring nothing with me. Enjoy all this nothing bugger, this big massive nothing bugger I'm serving you. Enjoy devouring this big nothing bugger of podcast with me.
It's like just like it sounded like a pleading for like, please keep watching. Like,
Pretty
yeah,
much.
thanks.
I promise you it'll get better. I'm going to be playing a game in 2 hours' time.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. And just come back in 2 hours then.
Yeah.
Before we begin. Number 1. Today is the 27th of June. June has 30 days. But
Oh wow. That's like fucking Sesame Street
not
up in this
know that.
bitch.
I did not know that. Thank you.
What's he gonna fucking do? Count them all like 1, 2,
How many days? How many days does June have? 1? Nope. 2? Nope. 3?
So I am anticipating this is all about memberships and potential begging for members, because he did drop massively. In between the days, he lost another 60 odd members. In fact, he noticed it happened in night stream for him where he had to update his members goal down to like the low 520. No, it was like 520, so it's a 529 right now. But yeah, he's had all his big massive member drops. He's went from 800 odd to barely over 500. And even then, he's had quite a few gifted memberships throughout the month of June as well. But also not as much to fucking contain all the 400 odd gifted memberships that were given to him from May. He got over 400 gifted memberships in May, so no wonder I fucking hemorrhaged goddamn members. I don't know why he thought that sort of fucking gifted memberships were going to be able to be sustained in any capacity. So I think we're about to hear a member bigment right now.
Here we go.
I'm not here on Thursday. So I'm here today and tomorrow. I know that's weird, but it is an extended streaming week for me. And then I'm also here Friday. Those are the last 3 days of June. If you would like to help out DSP Gaming and or, you know, my content in general.
No, thank you. Let me just give a second to take off help on the board. Fucking hell, this...
Could you help my content and DSP Gaming? Okay.
But no,
we're helping out
bastard.
the content, the channel, and the content. Okay, cool.
Right, let me rewind it, get the full context of the fucking bigment. Okay, I rewound it just like fucking 10 seconds.
Extended streaming week for me. And then I'm also here Friday. Those are the last 3 days of June. If you would like to help out DSP Gaming and or, you know, my content in general, these would be the final few days for you to contribute in some way, whether it be via a super chat or a super sticker or a membership or a gifted membership. Those would all help. The reason I bring those particular methods up is because this is month end for me, and what happens is anything that I get on the YouTube end, support-wise, by the end of the month will count towards next month's paycheck for me. So if you were thinking, oh, I want to renew my membership, or, you know, oh, I wanted to help out the channel and drop some gifted memberships to the community, right? Which is a great thing to do. You help out your fellow viewer.
What a fucking greedy bastard, man. Imagine fucking saying, by the way, thanks to all those fucking tips you gave me, but by the way, my YouTube payment's going to be fucking shite next month unless you guys step up within the next fucking few days. Look at
Help out your fellow viewer.
You know, let's look at the fucking tips. Look, how much has he got in tips so far for the month? I scroll down all the way to the bottom. Hold on. Too far. Right, there we go. That was a wee fine line. So the tips, this is updated just 26. Yeah, okay, so everything's updated. So for the month of June, I went too far. Crap. How did that happen? Hold on. Disaster stream. It's like watching a stream that you're in charge of. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
You knew it was coming, but to be fair, you do seem to have quite a few mishaps in my defence. Okay. Bill Burnell, in tips alone, has been given over $5,000 throughout the month of June. $5,163 in tips for the month of June. But because his YouTube payment is not going to be as substantial as it was last month, because he got, 800 odd members the month before, which really would have bumped up that fucking, YouTube check, that is where the biggest shortfall is going to be for him. He's not really necessarily worried about super chats in particular. Well, obviously, if he gets fucking given hundreds of super chats, he will care. But the primary thing is that he's lost quite a lot of money from memberships. That is the one big thing for him.
Yes.
And so that's like several $100s worth of memberships that his YouTube payment's going to be short of, next month compared to this month. I think we will even see as well. Yeah, his YouTube payment last month was $4,729, which was his best one of the year so far. That YouTube payment he had for May and June that he received last week was his best YouTube payment of the whole year so far. Combined with all the tips he had from that fucking month of May as well, over $6,000 in tips, over $6,500 in tips. So this month he's definitely getting substantially less money. At least so far, anyway, unless he has fucking ridiculous, the last few days in a month, he's going to be getting less money in both, YouTube side of things and tip side of things compared to the previous month. So the thing is, this month here, this was a substantially better month than usual. This was almost $12,000 Phil got for a fucking month for YouTube and tips and Patreon. Compared that to the previous months, where it was like $8,000 barely and fucking $9,000. This is a massive amount of increase. You'd think he'd have been careful with the fucking money he was fucking making in case it was a fucking slower month the following month. But then again, this is DSP. Why the fuck would DSP be careful with his fucking money? This is why he's a fucking lol cow.
Yes.
But it's just crazy to me that he's fucking like this is an amazing month he had last month. You know what I mean? His best YouTube payment, he had an amazing amount of tips as well. Everything was fucking going grand for him. You know what I mean? And then it's like, is he gonna be fucking careful with the money? Fuck no. So yeah, you get what you fucking deserve, Phil. Continue begging, but you don't deserve a fucking penny. Let's see if his fucking desperation begging works here, because this is quite disgusting. This is like fucking you fucking starting. That being said, guys, the month's nearly over. You know what I mean? If we appreciate your support. On that being said, it's great, but you guys have a few days left before the month ends, and that's our YouTube payment for making more songs.
Yeah, like your audience doesn't need to know about this, your fiscal year, how it works and stuff,
Exactly.
Yeah,
Fuck me,
kind
man.
of crazy if you think about it.
It's like, and he gets so pissy when people ask him where's the fucking money go, and he fucking makes it one of his fucking main topics on his shitey podcast today to bring up and tell them it's the last few days for you guys to fucking help and support, because it's his last few days I can get fucking YouTube money for this month, for next month. It's no one's fucking business, Phil. It really isn't.
These would be the last few days to do it to have it count for this month. Now, I know that we have a big marathon coming up on Sunday. And, hey, if you want, maybe there's some people waiting and they're like, oh, maybe on Sunday I'd like to do it. That's fine. I mean, there's no problem with that. But that's going to make me wait another month to see any positive impact.
Holy fuck. Oh
Wait
my
a month,
fucking
any
god.
positive impact.
Oh my fucking
Holy
god.
shit.
I mean, imagine,
Don't make me wait.
Imagine like a fucking we are both streaming on Sunday in some capacity, because that being said, our usual live on Sundays as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
So it's okay, so I'll be covering the start of the fucking podcast side of things anyway before I fucking tap out as usual. But fuck me, man. Imagine if we fucking get massive contributions on Sunday and we both fucking complain, guys, we're not going to fucking see that money until the following month. Like, thanks a lot, but that's going to be another month until we see that money. I mean, what we're supposed to do, just fucking twiddle our thumbs for a fucking month until we see that fucking money. This is what he's fucking saying here. Like, how fucking... Well, thank you for the fucking money you're planning to give me on Sunday, but I won't see that fucking money until another month. And I'm desperate for it now because I'm a fucking stupid idiot. I can't fucking handle my finances.
God, man. That's just like such baby. I don't want to wait. Delayed gratification, right, Steve? Is that's his? That's might as well not even get gratification at all for him. What the fuck is that? I gotta wait. What the fuck is that?
I am going 1.25 speed.
Yeah.
This month, as you know, we started off very strong, and got a bunch of gifted memberships for the beginning for all the launch of the new games and everything. And then we dipped because all those gifted memberships expired over the course of the last week. We went from like 800 some members all the way down to 529.
He is ignoring all the gifted memberships that were given to him throughout the month of June. Apparently those don't fucking mean one thing whatsoever, because they didn't counteract the previous month's gifted memberships. So he's been given like at least 100 odd gifted memberships throughout the month of June, which is incredible. It's amazing support.
Yes, really.
But because it's not countering the previous month, which is fucking incredible amount of support from for gifted memberships, then it's not good enough.
And that takes a big impact on the channel. I was actually looking at the channel's revenue for the month. I was like, woof. Well, it's a big dip from last month. But I mean, that's because last month
that sounds like a you problem, Phil. That's not a problem for your audience. That's not a problem for anyone else apart from you. You need to fucking do better then.
Oof. Big dip.
Oh my god, hang on. I'm rewinding that just so I can see it again. I want to see if Phil can fill. Why is this justifiable content? Why is this meaningful content trying to fucking tell us that he's fucking done shite on YouTube this month?
That's why if you let's listen. I was gonna say, like, if you like anyone that likes DSP, unironically has problems themselves, because a normal human being would not put up with being talked to like this. No one.
It's unbelievable.
And then we dipped because all those gifted memberships expired over the course of the last week. We went from like 800 some members all the way down to 529. And that takes a big impact on the channel. I was actually looking at the channel's revenue for the month. I was like, woof. Well, it's a big dip from last month. But I mean, that's because last month we had such great positivity with all the gifted stuff, right? So it is what it is. This is the nature of the beast, as they say. You get times when things are up and times when things are gone down like this. And I'm not sitting here freaking out about it at all in any way.
Really? You could have fucking fooled me. You really could have fucking fooled me. You don't see fucking Phil mentioning this when it's a fucking amazing month. He gets fucking 12 grand. He doesn't really seem to fucking make a special segment saying, guys, you guys are incredibly more supportive than usual, and I'm getting far more money than usual, and I appreciate that. No, he doesn't fucking say that fucking one thing. He never has a special segment for his audience where he's like, guys, I have received like fucking several more $1,000 than usual, and it's thanks to you. Because he's not a kind of fucking person. He only focuses on the fucking negatives.
Doing that doesn't result in more money, so why do that? That's the problem.
Jesus fucking
If
great.
you say you're doing good, you get less money. So
I mean, I'm always sometimes, as I said, like I had incredibly. There was one month a few months back, which was incredibly supportive, but that was like one of those things where it's like, here's some money put towards a stream deck. You know, I was like, yeah. And so that's what I said. Like, that's exactly what I did. You know what I mean? It was okay. I'm going to put some money towards a stream deck thanks to you guys and your generous support. And that's exactly what I did. Phil was incapable of taking the money he receives for his content and fucking putting it back into the fucking businesses and trying to improve the fucking business. He waits to be gifted that fucking shit by fucking dumbasses. Oh, here's a new webcam, Phil. Here's a new capture card. Here's a fucking Xbox console. Here's some LED lights. Fuck me, man. The only thing I think Phil's invested in recently for his content is probably that ring light.
yeah. Well, no, that was gifted, wasn't it?
The ring light, I don't think the ring light was gifted. I think that's the only thing that wasn't gifted. Everything else.
Well, that's a fat $30.
Fucking hooray for that.
Hey, I'm just saying, you were thinking of maybe contributing. Next few days would be a good time to do it because that would help out for the next month's essential earnings. Okay, not to say that we're not going to have a good month in July. I feel like we are, because in July we have two special streaming marathon events. One that's summertime event and one that's more of like a react event that's themed towards machinima. You know, we'll talk about that in a little bit. So I think that overall, with the playthroughs I'm doing with those two events, and likely with new games starting up probably in late July, I think we're going to be good. I'm not worried about it. I think we have a good summer, you know, lined up. We actually have games that I skipped. Like,
if you're not fucking worried about it, then why the fuck are you fucking highlighting and stressing the point that support immediately before the end of the month would be fucking appreciated? Also,
starting with the two.
Yeah, this is defense. I typed up defense mode. This is absolute defense mode. He's trying to justify why he wants fucking money now instead of waiting for Sunday.
Yeah. That's fine. I agree.
The Dark Angel Storm in chat. It's only been 6 days when he got his YouTube payment, and there has been so much begging and scamming DSP WWE Champions Edition is getting more worse. It's quite possible. I mean, it might not be tied to WWE Champions. It might be a little bit tied to that, but because, I mean, this is the thing. If TG Gamebox and all the great work he does in tracking Phil's antics in that game, whenever Phil's in the top 100, TG usually spots it and tells everyone about it and says, "Hi, this is what his bastard's doing here." But nah, it could be a variety of things. It might not just be that game. It could also be the Street Fighter Duel game as well, which is also a mobile game, which, as far as I know, Phil is playing. So, yeah, who knows where the fucking money's going? Jesus Christ, man. Julimp says I could rant about this one subject. I never talk about your finances with your audience. I think you would agree it's not the audience. It's not the audience's business. If Phil is not wanting to fucking share any information about where the fucking money goes, then he has no fucking right to talk to his audience about his own financial woes, in my opinion.
Well, he's been doing that. Let's get real. He's been talking about his finances before he even started begging. I mean, he was talking about his finances 11 years ago, about like
15 years ago, practically.
Oh, yeah. Like probably like in the very beginning. In the very beginning, he talked about views, not his finances side of things, but then it quickly changed to, "Hey guys, this is views equal my income," that kind of stuff. So he was talking about it. He's been doing this for over a decade, no doubt.
Amnesia the Bunker and stuff like that we could certainly go back to and play once we start wrapping up the current playthroughs that I'm playing. If anything, I do feel like right now, one of the reasons why we are seeing a little bit of stagnation with viewership, etc., is because I'm playing 3 lengthy RPGs, which I honestly didn't want to do, but everyone kind of demanded I do. They all came out with...
It's everyone else's fault.
You fucking assholes.
How dare you,
we don't want to be...
Make me
I don't want to be
games.
doing this fucking bingo, but you guys asked for it, assholes. You guys asked for this bingo. That's why King Jad does it every day.
People mocking me for fucking Zelda when there's a fucking people that wanted me to play it in the first place.
God.
In a month. Zelda, Diablo, Final Fantasy. I knew having this many RPGs in the rotation, people were going to be like, "Nah, I wish Phil was playing something different."
Final Fantasy has only just been added to the rotation very recently. It's a fucking brand new game. It's not even a week old yet, is it?
No, definitely not.
And yet he's blaming that for the stagnation for the entire month. How, Phil? Oh, that's impressive. It's Final Fantasy's fault that the entire month of June has been slow for him. Even though Final Fantasy only came out on, what, Friday?
Yeah, right there.
Jesus, man. Or Thursday, whatever. I don't know. Fucking hell, I'm confused.
Yeah.
Now, luckily for me, I am playing Street Fighter 6, but what I'm seeing is actually more demand for Street Fighter 6. And everyone's like, just keep playing now. I'm like, I can't just play it nonstop. You know, I gotta mix it up with other stuff. But now I find myself wrapped up in 3 RPG playthroughs, you know? And I knew this was gonna happen. I said it up front a month ago, I said it. But everyone kept demanding you should still play the games anyway. And I'm like, well, it is what it is, right? So I'm doing my best to juggle them all. I hope I am.
Oh, yeah, what a juggler.
Doing a good job of juggling all these games.
He's a jester.
Is this mocking his chat? If he's blaming his audience for fucking demanding he plays these games.
Real close.
The blame.
I don't think it's mocking. He's not making fun of them outwardly, but it's very fucking close.
It's Jesus, man. It's their fault.
Chat,
He's blaming them. He is absolutely fucking laying the blame for a slow month on them for forcing him to play 3 RPGs in 1 month. In one session.
That's true.
It's a bizarre one. It's not Phil's fault, even though he's a master of his own schedule. He dictates what he fucking plays. He is the one that decides. He is the head honcho, you know? He is the one that's in control of his own destiny and what he fucking plays on a daily fucking basis. But apparently it's the audience's fucking fault for forcing him, against his will, to play 3 RPGs.
Chad agrees with you, so yeah, I guess we should tick it because I'm losing.
Everyone, but not one person I think is actually agreeing with me. Even Steve, your
only Ice Kit Kat. You're a legend.
Only Ice Kit Kat. Yeah, the one person. Congratulations, your soccer account agrees with you. So I'm clicking mock. I'm clicking mock.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
When he is blaming them, he's blaming them for fucking why he's fucking down a slow month. He's literally he's mocking his audience and he's blaming them for a slow month on YouTube. It's
that's
to be,
true.
Yeah.
You can't please everyone all the time. For example, the Zelda fans yelling at me saying that I did it all wrong. I should have focused on Zelda for several weeks and wrapped it up within like 2 to 3 weeks of the game coming out, even though that would have meant that I would have foregone all the other playthroughs I was playing and never played Street Fighter 6. Geez, what a dumb move on my part that I didn't do that, right? Like, what a boneheaded maneuver on my part that I I drop every other game to beat Zelda.
Now it is, right? Now it is.
We've earned it now, according to all. We've earned it. We've earned fucking chat now. Fantastic.
God damn.
But this is what I mean. Like, really, when you are a variety content creator, like I am.
No, variety. Hold on. Tick that off as
Variety
well.
content creator. A variety content creator. Like
Yeah.
me.
I'm going to let Phil finish his wee rant, and then I think we're going to need like a minute or so of otters, because he's annoying me early on.
You make a variety of game playthroughs, you're dependent on what comes out. If 3 RPGs come out in a month, you're kind of screwed. Because either you play certain ones, and then people complain you didn't play the others, or you play them all, and people complain you're not playing enough of each one.
When does Zelda come out again?
Long time ago now.
That's what I thought, yeah, exactly. So they're not all come out at the same fucking time, Phil. You just take forever to fucking play the goddamn game.
Or you play none of them, and people complain, what's wrong with you? Do you hate RPGs? Right? So it's like, damn, you're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't. There's not much you can do. I'll do my absolute best to get through these games. Right now, the one we're the closest to finishing is Zelda, where we have one major dungeon, and then another major dungeon, and then the finale. So within maybe a week to a week and a half, I'm hoping we can maybe wrap up the Zelda Tears of the Kingdom playthrough, and that would give more time for other styles of playthrough. Like perhaps, like I said, we can maybe play a little bit more of the World Tour mode of Street Fighter 6, which we've only played for 3 hours and never touched it again. Or maybe we could...
Nobody wants World Tour mode, though. It's a fucking boring thing to watch. I'm sure it's fun to play, but it's not a great thing to watch.
Good one.
Thank you very much to Prophet for a super chat. It says he's 20 plus hours into Diablo 4 on World Tier 1 easy mode, and he's just beaten Act 2. I don't know why he's playing Diablo 4. Like, as a stream game, you know?
Yeah, it's like he doesn't even seem like he likes it. It's just like fuck it. Like it's just all nonsense. It's all adding. It's all like adding red herrings into his life. So like you think he's a real busy person that thinks about all these different moving parts and the greasy wheel gets the grease, the greasy whatever. Like you got to think about all these things to worry about when there really isn't a big a thing to worry about. Just don't play it then. But you know how it goes.
It's fucking. It hurts my brain. My tiny wee brain can't handle it.
Squeaky wheel, not greasy wheel.
The squeak.
Yes.
The greasy wheel gets the squeak. Yeah.
Greasy wheel gets the squeak.
Exactly.
Consequences of actions, fam.
Yeah, how the turntables.
As a playthrough. Like perhaps, like I said, we can maybe play a little bit more of the World Tour mode of Street Fighter 6, which we've only played for 3 hours and never touched it again. Or maybe we could the hell? I'm trying to
ban someone here. Hold on.
What's going on? My stupid email glitched out here. I was trying to update it.
Why are you fucking distracting yourself with random emails during your podcast? During your meaningful podcast, 90 minutes of meaningful gaming news and contributions and DSP stories to fucking... And he's like, I'm bored of my fucking chat. I'm bored of even... Like, the story I'm currently telling my audience right now, I'm bored of. So I'm going to just distract myself by checking my emails while blathering away.
Yeah. And he loses his train of thought sometimes, too. You can see what happens.
We can rewind Ashwood to see what happens. See the head jerker. Let's see if we can find it again. Right there, Ashwood. That fucking... Like, that moment there. These wee moments here. Like, if I go frame by frame, this is a moment. Train of thought officially derailed. Jesus, it goes right from here.
Yeah, cool. Oh, this is glitched.
No, let's see how it sounds in 0.25 speed. This derailing of his thought.
Yeah.
The hell?
There you go. That was something. The hell. Anyway, yeah. His brain broke.
But email glitched out here. I was trying to update it. What the fuck just happened?
Oh, he said fuck.
Uh-oh.
He said fuck.
Yep, that's fuck.
There we go.
That's a free space too, to be honest.
What the? My email had a major glitch. That's funny.
How does your email glitch? You have to refresh?
I was trying to delete spam emails, and it said that I clicked on one of them, and it went to an ad. I'm like, what? I was deleting spam emails coming in.
Ooh, hopefully there's something in that email.
Oh, did he actually click something?
Horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trojan horse just went in.
Phil by getting some strange things sent through to him in the mail.
Yeah.
Stupid thing. Anyway, No, but anyway, what I was saying is, once we beat Zelda, that should free up at least one of our gameplay streams to do something different. Whether it be that we play Amnesia the Bunker, or maybe we play some of the World Tour mode of Street Fighter 6, which people have wanted me to do, and I just don't have time to do it. You know, we can figure that out. So I guess we'll see as we move forward. It really depends on how long it takes me to beat Zelda, which likely would be another 1 to 2 weeks. Let's be honest. I'm only playing it 2-3 times a week at 2-hour intervals, and the game's insanely lengthy, so it's probably still going to take me probably until like mid-July.
Aggressive, insanely lengthy, assholes. Insanely lengthy game they made, fuckers.
He really is. You know, he's showing this like 40 hours of meaningful gameplay is too long for him, because they don't make these games approaching the mindset of a content creator. You know what I mean? The game developers are not considering the poor content creators who want to just fucking turbocharge away through a game and not have to deal with a fucking fluff of the side content, which takes up far more time as well. Like
how he just Nintendo, please worry about the streamers. So that's 0.00001% of the audience. Cater your game to them, fuckers.
Jesus fucking Christ. It's just, yeah, Phil, not everything revolves around you. I've never played Zelda. I'm not planning to play Zelda. I don't have a Nintendo, whatever, but I will say this. Any game that gives you all those hours of content for it, do you know what I mean? Fair play to them. If they've given you like almost 100 hours worth of content to fucking enjoy, they packed that game with so much content for you to fucking explore and get your money's worth out of. Fair play to Nintendo for that, at least. I'd rather have a game that fucking actually had me get given the options to explore this kind of shit than have a fucking, very lightweight game, which, it's not got much to it, it's quick to fucking finish. It's like a full price game or whatever, but you can finish it in like fucking 10 hours easily. And it's like, it doesn't really have that kind of replayability either,
Let's get real though. This is all a way to complain about. He has to find a way that's not like batshit insane. Well, this one is, but he thinks it's not. So this is his way to complain about Tears of the Kingdom, because he has to have something to say negative about this game, because remember, he's fucking it up. He's getting all this TikTok shit. He's like, I gotta have something negative to say, and this is what he's like, the flag he's choosing to fly, which is just amazing.
And of course, the one bigger factor as well is the fact that he is not getting the tip support to merit worth playing that length of time, unlike Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Elden Ring was a big, massive, fucking long time sink into the game, but of course he had Emo constantly giving them massive amounts of tips and gifted members as well, not shit, to fucking make that game bearable for Phil to endure playing it for that length of time. Zelda doesn't have that kind of support usually, and so he gets all pissy and thinks, why is this worth my time? I am wasting my time because I'm not getting the money I want. Tony T MP4 says the perfect game for Phil would have to be super linear. In addition to that, Des would have to send him personal messages to hold his hand through any difficulty. Jesus Christ, man! Like Phil,
he loves those games the most. Yeah. Phil, the earpiece in his neck phones. Phil, push right trigger, then A button. Oh, okay, wow. This game's so streamlined. It's awesome.
Just fucking make it remote playing, let the fucking Des play it for you and fucking pretend, Phil.
But I hope you guys, hope you understand. I'm doing my best, right? I really am doing my best here to maintain and to juggle and everything. And every game is an insanely 60 to 80 long hour RPG. There's not, I can't turbo through the game. Then I get complaints. Oh, you rushed. So then why did I play it to begin with? It's like, oh my god. Anyway.
Yeah, good question.
Before we do a schedule update, what I'd like to do is give you an update on both games that I played yesterday, which both went really well in my opinion. So the first stream yesterday was Street Fighter 6 online play. And we had a dilemma. If you remember, a big segment of our podcast yesterday was basically the fact that, I almost said Nintendo, that Capcom was saying that Street Fighter 6's online crossplay was not working. And they recommended that everyone
Yeah, it's fucking big time, man. This dilemma, by the way, this dilemma he's talking about was a big nothing burger. This is not even fucking merit a mention. Nintendo had a brief issue with fucking crossplay. But by the time Phil finished fucking his shitty podcast, it was fixed, and he was able to fucking play as normal. So this was not an issue whatsoever for him. It didn't affect him whatsoever, and yet he's fucking pretending like it did affect him.
Yeah, like this is the whole Daijo Dan says it perfectly. This update on how he played yesterday is more important than actually playing today. That's how he operates. That's why it was a big deal, because it lets him talk about shit. Oh my god, there's no crossplay? I'm gonna talk about it for half an hour. That's how it operates.
It's just not. But before I even get into this, I just need to money them.
Oh, they're awake.
This one's fucking off. What the fuck, man? I just got you and you're fucking half the screen. Get the fuck back here. There's two of them right at the very top up here. I don't want to be fucking seen, for fuck's sake. Ah, Christ. They're quite cute, but right now they're being boring bastards. Get back here and fucking entertain me. You wankers. Damn waters. I mean, normally it's nice and chill just to see them all. So this one's pretty cool. Just fucking bobbing about in the wee hole in the in the rock here, and you see some of them zooming about as well, just doing wee zoomies across the way. They're all fucking lovely and elegant. But these two are fucking hiding at the top here, for fuck's sake. Right, anyway, on with the bingo. Back to the fucking bingo.
Disable it, and I was like, dude, I own this game on Xbox, which has the least amount of purchasers and owners. If I do that, I will likely find no one to play with. I'll just sit here trying to search and never find an opponent. So I told you all we're going to do our best to find opponents. We'll see what happens. And I picked Zangief yesterday. That's who I wanted to use during the course of the day. Try to get a little better. I hadn't used Zangief in a couple of weeks. And I watched some Zangief videos the night before and saw a little bit of techniques and things that people were using, including a few dash cancel implementations and like corner combos and stuff like that. So, pick Zangief, go online, and it worked fine. Like, I don't know what Capcom was talking about. Maybe by the time that I had gone online, the issues were resolved. It was just weird because they tweeted much later in the day that the issue was resolved. And I was like, yeah, I just played a 3-hour session with no issue. I don't know why you didn't tweet earlier because it didn't ever affect me at all. I don't know when it was affecting people. Maybe it wasn't the Xbox version that was affected. I don't know because my crossplay was working fine. But anyway, 3 hours of Zangief.
I touched.
I got it. I've got it marked off.
Just let him go. He just saying something. Who cares? Just saying randomness.
I touched. Yeah, I ain't got it. I love this kind of strange pattern. Sometimes you see these fucking cards. Like the top right has had a fucking fiesta, and that's the very first one row in the bottom left of the fucking card really to fucking get ticked off.
One day we can study these and we'll learn, ancient patterns from these bingo cards.
It's crazy, but it's Phil fucking having to go. It's like, what the fuck were Capcom talking about? They tweeted hours later that the fucking problem's been fixed. Heaven forbid that Capcom should fucking make sure that they fucking done enough research to ensure that the problem was fixed before announcing that the problem was fixed. They weren't going to just fucking wait for Phil Bonnell to fucking play successfully before announcing to the fucking world. But guys, it worked for DSP, so it's probably going to work for everyone else. If it doesn't work for everyone else, then I'm sorry, I'll keep fucking trying, but DSP says it works okay, so fuck off, Phil. It's not about you, it doesn't revolve around you.
He thinks Capcom has like DSP cam in their office. So, okay, DSP's back on, guys. Get the tweet. Get the tweet ready. Send it.
I'm going to rewind it again. Listen to the fucking delusion.
It worked fine. Like, I don't know what Capcom was talking about. Maybe by the time that I had gone online, the issues were resolved. It was just weird because they tweeted much later in the day that the issue was resolved. And I was like, yeah, I just played a 3-hour session with no issue. I don't know why you didn't tweet earlier because it didn't ever affect me at all. Or I don't know when it was affecting people. Maybe it wasn't the Xbox version that was affected. I don't know because my crossplay was working fine. But anyway, 3 hours of Zangief. All right, now, like I said, I hadn't played Zangief in weeks. This is actually the first time that I had touched Zangief since like my third set.
I'm going 1.5 because I don't care. Just Cheap Fair Talk bores me to death.
Yeah, keep going.
Oh, playing. I think that was like, I want to say it was like week 2, so it was like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Okay, here's how it went.
This is like an elementary school kid telling his parents how the recess soccer game went. That's exactly what it sounds like. So, mommy, the first game, I got 3 goals, but then like Kevin, he totally pissed me off. But then the second game, I got 2 more goals. Me, what do you think, mommy? That's what he's doing right now. Get ready for it.
It is incredibly boring and. Okay, Ashley, 1.75. I'm fucking, but Phil Cheap Fair Talk bores me to fucking death. It really does.
48 wins, 29 losses.
Oh, he's using his phone. These are the stats that Game Clicker sent him. Because now Game Clicker tracks all this shit. So he's reading off his phone right now, all these stats. So that's our first bingo of the game.
There we go.
So fucking go, fantastic stuff. Yeah, he's definitely using his phone to fucking read all this shit that fucking Game Clicker sent him. So here we go. We'll see. That's the first of many bingos, hopefully.
So I played about 80 matches, which is about what it is for about a 3-hour session. You end up playing about that many matches, and with 48 wins and 29 losses, that means that I'm at a 62% win-loss ratio. Okay, which is great. That's good. It's positive. Overall, way more positive. Pretty good. I went from platinum 2-star.
It's so, Phil. It's not that fucking impressive. You fucking for every fucking 5 games, you win 3 and lose 2. It's not the most impressive fucking record, pal. I'm just saying.
Oh no, it's good. It's good. It's more wins than losses, so it is good.
Yeah, he's fucking winning more than he's losing, so he thinks it's good overall, and he's like, all of a sudden... But this is what I'm saying, like, it's not even fucking close to the fucking top-level players. The fucking ones he's fucking using as guys to fucking do his next fucking character, not shit, you know? He's using their fucking input, and he's looking at the top pro-level strats to fucking try and fight his next fucking fight with a certain amount of characters.
Yeah.
To around middle, a platinum 3-star, well, a little over middle, or a little under middle, during the course of the stream. So I got promoted, which is good. And if you actually look at my overall performance with Zangief now since the launch of the game to now, overall 102 wins and 75 losses for a win-loss record of 58%. So positive win-loss record. Okay, good. And to be honest with everyone, it was actually one of the more fun sessions I ever had in the game. I feel like Zangief isn't a high combo character. He's not a rushdown character. He's someone who is trying to catch you in the middle of doing something unsafe or see something that normally would be safe for you, but he can punish it with one of his very high priority normals and or counter throws. You know, he's looking for you to jump in like an idiot and get you right out of the air and put you in a disadvantageous position. He's looking to tick throw you and do massive damage punishes. And let's be honest, that level 3 super that can be thrown out at any time and cancel through most moves. Whoo, that's great, right? At the same time, I do feel like Zangief has a lot of disadvantages, being that he is not a constant rushdown character. He's one of the slowest characters in the game. The fact that he does not have a true reversal. He just doesn't. He has no way to really get out of bad rushdown situations without guessing. You know, he has no invincible move to blow through. His spinning lariat is only good as an anti-air. That's it. It doesn't get him out of any tricky situations at all. And it's not like he has a great super armor move that can get him out of rushdown at all. It's kind of a rough situation for him.
Yes, exactly. Now you can see why I fucking put to 1.75.
But
He's like a
overall,
rushdown character.
It's just, it's unbearable. It really is unbearable. This is why I'm just trying my best if I can get through the Street Fighter fucking gibberish until. And also, I'm still trying to listen for things as well. But also, idiot. But I managed to take that off. Great stuff.
Okay, nice.
Really well. Like I said, I was winning a lot of matchups. There was a few things I had issue with. Number one, I still can't figure out how you're supposed to beat a character like JP, because even when you're parrying and you're jumping and dashing around his projectiles, literally, he can hit you with one normal, knock you back with a simple 2-3 combo. And now
it really was a heavy. I need to have that normal speed. I need that literally normal speed.
That was definitely a big ups T. Literally, that was a very over
projectiles. Literally.
There you go.
Big ups T. Rest in peace, brother.
I just love the fucking, like, he seems to fucking, he says it like he's trying to spell it, you know? You know those kind of fucking guides that tell you how to fucking pronounce words? And it fucking splits up into, like, fucking, like, different segments. He speaks it like he fucking, like, you know, he's trying to fucking guide non-English speakers how to fucking say it.
Literally.
You're parrying and you're jumping and dashing around his projectiles. Literally.
There you go. And that's normal speed.
Literally. Okay. Back
to 1.75.
He can hit you with one normal, knock you back with a simple 2-3 combo, and now you're back to square one. It's almost like when you're playing a character like JP, the game becomes a minigame. You're not really playing Street Fighter anymore. You're playing a completely different minigame to just close the distance and try to get to a point where you can even touch him. It's pretty ridiculous for a character like Zangief because it doesn't feel like you're even playing a fighting game. And there's still the issue, you know, that I'm having with every character, but with Zangief, this definitely rings true. Any of these characters who are mid-screen neutral monsters, which means at any moment, they can throw out a normal, like a medium punch, and if it connects, they immediately get a ginormous dash cancel punish combo. Or, in the case of a character like Ken, someone who doesn't need to connect. As long as you're blocking, they can still do this giant safe hit string, and you're like, when does this hit string end so I can do anything, or I can maybe try to counter hit and punish? Never. Like, literally, never. It just keeps going. It's endlessly safe. And it's just like, it's really weird that that's the case in the game. You know what I'm saying? That they made certain characters almost completely safe from neutral. And they could just keep this going, and it really, they have to make a mistake in order for you to shut down their rushdown game. It's pretty ridiculous. So, and of course, Zangief, like I just said, he has no reversal. So once he gets pushed to the corner, he's boned. Like, he has a very hard time getting out of the corner because he has no real way that's going to move him out of there. No teleport, no reversal that will get someone off of him without guessing. If you guess correctly, fine, but outside of that, it's a rough time. So if you can stay neutral, and you can stay mid-screen, and you can counter hit a lot of the stuff people are doing, you set up and throw, you're golden. And especially if you get them to jump and bait it, and you can punish. But outside of that, it's a rougher character for sure. You know, they made him a lot tougher to use. Especially, oh my gosh, Street Fighter 4, he was like a god. And now he's like, nah, probably lower mid-tier, I would say. But he's still really fun to use. Like I said, I did really well with him yesterday, better than I thought. I thought, at best, I would go even. And I ended up having a positive win-loss record with him. Like I said, 62%, pretty good. So I would say after yesterday's
performance, here's your gold star.
It's just fucking, I know, I'm just trying my best to fucking let him cook and burn it, you know, just for fuck's sake. It's just...
I got a better win-loss record than I was expecting, guys, so praise me, go ahead.
He keeps looping around back to the same fucking points he fucking said at the start. I was like, oh, fucking try this guy, and fucking this thing doesn't work, this thing doesn't work, this thing doesn't work, blah blah blah. This thing's good, this thing's bad, this thing's good. But yeah, I have a positive win-loss ratio. Fuck off. You're just repeating yourself, you're 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 repeating yourself. Shut that fuck up.
Zangief is in my top characters that I'm using. I'm not saying he's a top character in the game. He's definitely one of my favorites. Like, I think if you look at the characters I'm using, I would say Blanca, Zangief, Lily, and Minot. Excuse me. Let's try that again. Blanca, Zangief, Lily, and Marisa are probably like my top 4. Not to say that I've really used enough of them to say that I'm a master or anything, but I think that they are some of my favorite characters so far. But there's still a lot of the cast I haven't used. There's 8 characters I haven't really tried in the final game. So, anyway, overall, in the scheme of things, how am I doing? Well, I've hit a landmark, ladies and gentlemen. As of yesterday's Zangief stream, I'm now at 750 total wins, 558 total losses, with a 57% win rate, which means I am 3/4 of the way to my journey to 1,000 wins in Street Fighter 6.
Who gives a fuck?
Counting casuals in that too? I think he is, right?
I think he actually is.
Seems like every time I do a major
wow.
session of this game, I get like between 30 to 50 wins, right? So if you do the math in your head, you're like, well, geez, we only hit 1,000 wins. Well, if I'm playing it 2 to 3 times a week,
veritable Ryu,
probably in another 2 weeks,
for his
likely,
wins.
Yeah,
fighting for his 1,000 wins. What a legend!
He's trying to predict when he's going to get 1,000 wins now. But shit, here he's actually trying to do the fucking math of when when he's expecting to get 1,000 wins.
Sure.
Where hold on real quick. Is this a new thing? Has he ever done 1,000 wins kind of thing before, or just out of nowhere? Like what made him start thinking about this 1,000 wins?
I think
it has to be something.
I think the only reason he's caring about it is actually because Game Tracker fucking tracked it for him and has the fucking stats in front of him. Someone's bothering the arse to actually track every single fucking fighter he's using and his win-loss record. So because of that, he's fucking.
Bro.
I feel like if somebody wasn't doing it for him, he wouldn't care. So,
yeah, I think he just wants to have the biggest special event. Oh, I just got 1,000 wins, guys. But you might, if you want to support, now's a great time, guys.
Come on,
super
guys.
Chat, super
that's
thanks, super
$1 per win. Come on, that's $1 per win. Holy fuck, man. Oh, Province has sent me a DM showing his actual win percentage with Zangief. It's 2% lower than what he claims. Oh. Do we have?
Yeah, Steve, you're right.
Do we have?
Show it with it.
There we go.
Oh God, is he gonna go through all those fucking characters next? Oh God.
So hold on, I'll just make
I
sure.
want to talk about Blanca. Blanca's green, and I've won 181. Matches with him. It's pretty good.
So here we go. These are stats for. Is there a filter on? Is this any? This is every mode, isn't it? Every single mode available. 99 wins for Zangief. 56.57%. Win ratio.
Awesome, dude. Hey, it's more than he lost. He's awesome, dude. The Evo champion, dude. Back up.
Jesus Christ, man. I'm just gonna fucking look at the stats, try to get my head in it. But yeah, Marisa, he's doing quite well, Marisa. 63%, pretty strong. But
that's his girl.
Yeah. Oops, and there's the otters are in the water. Yes.
Oh, we got balls in the water.
I think you're getting to do it the wrong thing.
This is hype.
See, look, they're just playing all the wee toys.
That's the life right here.
There's a wee green one there here with fucking like purple and green and orange strike hog all the balls. Let's see here. Look at this one here. Just enjoying a wee swim with his orange ball.
Dog explained that is not even close to true. Even the staunchest of defense, even the non-Cat Simps would agree. She's small. Risa is fucking huge. Cat is like 5'4", dude.
It's nice. Honestly, fuck, like the otters calm you down. They really do. They definitely help detoxify from Phil's fucking nonsense.
That's true. Oh, the haircut.
Like
okay, I got
30,
you.
50 wins, right? So if you do the math in your head, you're like, well, geez, we only hit 1,000 wins. Well, if I'm playing it 2 to 3 times a week, as I've been, probably another 2 weeks, likely, and I'll hit my 1,000th win, because everyone's wondering, when will the 1,000th win happen? Who will it be,
Everyone's wondering, apparently. Apparently, every single fucking person is wondering when Phil's going to get his 1,000th win.
Yeah. Asmongold going to make a video about that.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see when DSP gets his 1,000th win. It's going to be incredible.
Moist Psycho's going to fucking do a special fucking event for
it. Yeah.
So guys, DSP finally did it. We've been waiting for several weeks. Since the start of the fucking Street Fighter 6 came out, we've been waiting a long time. But now he's done it. 1,000 wins to the mad lad DSP. He's like fucking... no one cares, Phil. Only you seem to fucking care about the fucking 1,000 wins.
So we'll see. But we're getting there, right? We're getting there. 750 wins. By the way, overall win loss record of 57%. When I've been playing new characters all the time, like for example, every time when I play Minot, oh my god, what a disaster. DJ, what a disaster. Pretty much Dalsim overall, even though I'm at 53% win loss record, over 100 losses alone came from me playing Dalsim. So if you factor those in, even though I'm at a 57% win loss record, it's because I'm trying variety of characters, some of which are not clicking and I'm not really getting, and I'm just losing constantly with. So that's why I have that ratio. If I just been playing the same character since launch, like a lot of people have, likely my performance would have been a lot different. You see?
Cope.
So, I'm enjoying my progress. Now, what's next for Street Fighter 6? Well, tomorrow, it's the major stream again, and tomorrow we have two options, I feel. Option number one would be that I go for variety again, and I either pick Lily or Marisa or both, and we do an online session of ranked gameplay, of those two, or just one of them if we pick one. That's option number one. Option number two would be my push to Diamond with Blanca. Right now, I'm at 5-star Platinum with Blanca. And if I do an entire 3-hour stream of Blanca only, there's a strong chance if I get enough wins, I could hit Diamond. And I would have my first earned Diamond, because I don't consider my placement with E Honda at the launch of the game representative of the real effects of the game. I just don't believe that at all. I think that what it is, those early placements were very stupid. And if I played him now, I would just lose constantly and not hold my Diamond. You understand? But I would definitely like to earn Diamond with Blanca sooner rather than later. So that's what we got to think about, and I'd like your feedback. Tomorrow, would you like more Blanca to earn Diamond ranking as the stream, or would you like to see me play Lily and Marisa instead? Now,
but I thought he fucking prided himself on being a variety content creator. Why is he going back to fucking Blanca again?
Because he wants to get that diamond, dude. To truly earn diamond. Misery Merchant, I agree. Maximilian Dude is going to delete his channel when DSP hits his 1000th win. Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
That's the stakes.
The stakes are high for sure. I thought
Maximilian Dude's probably, nerfed. What, 4,000 wins?
When are Capcom going to nerf Blanca? I thought that was on the cards for Capcom to nerf Blanca because he's too overpowered.
I don't know. I didn't see about that. I don't keep up with it.
I don't know. I'll have to wait and see, I guess.
Now, my next session of Street Fighter 6 will be Friday, and on Friday, I'm going to pick a new character, just like I did this last Friday with Chun-Li. I'm probably going to pick a new character, and I think I know what character I want to use this Friday. I'm not going to reveal that yet. I'll probably talk about it later, maybe tomorrow. But I think I know who I want to use on Friday, and that'll be the daytime stream. And then the night stream...
I need shit to talk about tomorrow.
Street Fighter Fridays, where all Friday long is Street Fighter 6, okay? Okay, sound good? So, there you go. And that's the plan. Now, what do you want to see tomorrow? Let me know. Do you want Lily? Do you want Marisa? Do you want a combination of the two? Or do you want Blanca trying to go Diamond? Let me know what you think. I'll let that settle in over the course of today. Hopefully formulate my decision for what I want to do tomorrow. Okay? Cool. Cool. One other thing. The weird thing about the ranking system in Street Fighter 6 is that really where you are, rank-wise, has nothing to do with your win-loss ratio at all. I'll give you some perspective here, all right? I play more Blanca than any other character, and 182 wins, 108 losses, and I'm in Platinum 5, okay? But if you take a look at the other character rankings, I'll give you an example here. Most characters that I've played consistently or more than once, okay, I've gotten up to around Platinum 2, but the amount of wins and losses that I've had to play to get there are completely different. Like, with Lily, I played 92 wins and 60 losses, and I'm in Platinum 2. With Dalsim, I got 123 wins, 111 losses, and I'm in Platinum 2.
It's not the percentages, though. Not just because it's not based on your percentages. It's based on literally the amount of fucking victories you fucking have compared to the fucking amount of fucking wins you lose. You need to fucking win a certain amount of fucking times to fucking get higher and higher. That's how these things fucking work, Phil.
This is him assuming he knows how something works when he has no fucking clue.
Does he assume that it's based on percentages where it's like, oh fucking if you fucking fight like fucking 5 times and you win all fucking 5 games, you're a master. You're 100% record.
You're in the top diamond category. You win 5 and lose 0. You're a master, dude.
I'm going to wind it just in case I fucking misunderstand it, but I think Phil was trying to fucking claim that it should be based on percentages.
Most characters that I've played consistently or more than once, okay, I've gotten up to around Platinum 2. But the amount of wins and losses that I've had to play to get there are completely different. Like, with Lily, I played 92 wins and 60 losses, and I'm in Platinum 2. With Dalsim, I got 123 wins, 111 losses, and I'm in Platinum 2. That's a way worse win-loss record. It sounds like I should be in like Platinum 1 or even Gold, but I'm in Platinum 2, right? It's really bizarre. With Marisa, I got 109 wins and only 61 losses, 64% win-loss ratio. That's my best ratio of any character. Seriously, even better than Blanca. And guess where I am with Marisa? Platinum 2. So the rankings just seem to be weird. And the reason I think is because the initial ranking system placement is just erroneous. It seems to me like it doesn't make sense how they're initially placing you. You know, sometimes when I'm in my placement matches, I'm finding someone that says new challenger, right? So they don't have a ranking, yet that new challenger is like incredibly good. So they should be high ranked, but it grades them as like nothing, right? Then I'll play someone who's like Platinum 4-star and they suck. It's like, what? What is going on? The ranking system doesn't make sense. I think eventually they're going to fix it. I think eventually they're going to get to a point where it'll place a bit more sense. Right now, it's just kind of, unless you're playing the character constantly, it doesn't seem like you're ever going to hit a high ranking anyway. But I just think the initial placement is laughable. You know, like, it doesn't seem to make sense. You can place you anywhere, and you're just at the mercy of wherever they placed you. And if they place you too high, you're just going to get bodied forever till you get better. If they place you too low, now you're endlessly fighting people who mash drive impact and shit. It's like, what is this? You know, it's not representative of skill level at all, these online rankings.
Okay, bullshit. Let's just fucking cut to the fucking chase here. I was fed up of being fucking hard stuck in fucking Platinum.
Yeah, that's the real
he's
thing.
fed
He's
up
trying to like
fucking-
make you think about,
Yeah, he's hard stuck in platinum with the rest of the fucking scrubs, and he's fucking seeing all his fucking peers being diamond level and master level, and he's thinking, why am I not there? I deserve to be there, but I'm hard stuck here because I'm being forced to get stuck here because Capcom aren't doing their job right. That's literally his mentality here.
It seems, but it is what it is. Tomorrow, more Street Fighter 6, okay? And here's Jasper Kitty to join us. Now, last night, I played more Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. And yesterday, the focus was, first of all, to finish up the final Tear of the Dragon and end that quest line, which we did. And then once that quest line was completed, we went on and did a little bit of stuff at Lookout Landing, some upgrades and the like. And then we went to the Gerudo Desert. And in the Gerudo Desert, it was fun because we started up this big plot line with a sandstorm, and the people there, they can't see where they're going because there's too much sand. It got too crazy. And come to find out, they're being invaded by a bunch of Gibdo mummies. And you team up with the ruler there who has the harness of electricity. The electricity bolt, you team up, you shoot arrows, and then she aims where your arrow is and hits with lightning bolts and kills the Gibdos and stuff like that. And then there's a big puzzle you have to solve in the desert with a light puzzle with these big beams of light. You have to form a triangle, and then it makes a thing, and then finally the temple appears. It took 2 hours, but it was fun. It was a fun 2 hours. And I said to everyone, you know, if only the whole game was like
Fun 2 hours.
Because, again, I feel like the game is bloated, has too much content, and every time that I've been doing anything for one of the 4 major settlements, you know, the Gerudo, the Gorons, the Rito, or the Zora, I feel like they're all super fun. The plot lines are interesting, the characters are well written, the puzzles are good, you know, they're all unique and different, and every dungeon's been good, and every boss has been good. I haven't had a single complaint about those main plot lines at all. It's just weird that that's the main focus of the game, but then there's all this other stuff between that's just not nearly as good in my opinion. So, like I said, I really feel like I want a traditional Zelda game again. I want a Zelda game. No, Jasper, you can't lay on my lap. I want a Zelda game. Say hello, Jasper. Say hello. He's purring. I want a Zelda game. That's back like Zelda used to be.
time together.
Used to be,
Come on.
there's so
Yes, good one.
Thank you very much to Prophet for a super chat. It says, Rihanna, shine bright like a diamond. Alt's favourite song.
Oh, definitely.
It's
My top favorite song.
It's a classic. To be fair, it's a banger, to be fair, you know. It's a great wee tune. I think everyone's heard of it, you know what I mean? So, yeah, fair, you know, to be fair to Rihanna, it's a classic.
Yeah. And Leanna. Rihanna and Leanna, yes.
Yeah, Rihanna and Rihanna. I can shout out to the both of them. Two we'll never hear from again. For a variety of
Two
different reasons.
legends. Two legends we'll never hear from again.
Say hello. He's purring. I want a Zelda game that's back like Zelda used to be, where it used to be, you know.
You know what? Screw it. I'm going to try and get a good picture there of him holding Jasper.
Game. Say hello.
Yeah, that's a good. Oh, there you go. Look at the Jasper looks
shaking him.
pissed.
I was like, giving him a wee fucking
Jasper
shake
looks
here to try.
pissed.
I was like, fucking like some kind of ventriloquist dummy or something. Let's see if I can get an angry Jasper before fucking Phil like shakes him about. There we go.
Jasper's definitely. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Yeah. Get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah, here we fucking go. So let's see how this fucking looks. Family photo time. This might not turn out great. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see.
Cody Taylor asking about did he talk about Asmongold yet? He did not, and I don't wait for that, guys, because it's probably not going to happen.
I don't.
At least it's too early, I think.
Unless it gets baited out of him by somebody. I don't know.
Yeah, that usually comes later though. After in the middle of gameplay, there's nothing else to talk about. Then he might fall for bait, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Actually, it turned out quite well. This picture. Oh, yeah, that's shit. Actually,
that's usable. Yeah,
that's a very good crop out. And also, looks like Phil's got a massive fucking mole here. It's part of a fucking background.
Oh my god, yeah.
I think it's part of the background somehow, with a chair or something. I don't know, but I don't know how that happened there. I'm not complaining. No, it makes him look ugly.
It looks cool.
Yeah, it works. So there we go. There's a fucking nice thumbnail for tomorrow. Fantastic stuff.
Say that.
Nice.
I want a Zelda game that's back like Zelda used to be, where it used to be, you know, there's so many nice, well-designed dungeons and bosses and interesting things, and it's not just
holy shit. Are you serious?
Side quests.
What?
Yeah, right.
I want Zelda to go back like it used to be.
You mean for all the games you fucking ignored on fucking Game Boy?
Dude, what does he want? What you want? Literally, like, there's no overworld. You just here's dungeon 1. Enjoy. Okay, I finished that. Okay, level 2. Here's level 2 dungeon. There's no overworld. There's no items you gotta find. They drop you off at the next dungeon. I guess that's what he likes. I guess that's what he wants.
Raziel, the Lost Boy in chat says, if I wanted to make an age joke about Alt, I would say his favourite song is A Hurry and Him. Written in cuneiform 3,400 years ago. That's
3 out of 10.
3 out of 10, Raziel. You need to fucking... need to bring your A game for those fucking age jokes.
Yeah.
Just do what I do. I don't do the age jokes. I usually stick to the fucking big massive forehead jokes.
Yes, he's a forehead. You're a forehead guy.
I'm a bit unique, I guess. You know what I mean? But I still say, like, we very rarely see you without a hat on. That's what I'm saying. The one thing I did see you without a hat on, it was like it scarred me. The size of that forehead, it was like some sort of fucking. You ever see something? You ever have something like coming towards you like unexpectedly, and you think, "Holy shit, what the fuck's that?" That was the impression I got with that forehead. So
that was only one single time I did that, by the way. There was one single stream.
No, I'm trying to make you feel self-conscious about it or anything. I'll probably try to. I probably explains why I wear hats a lot, you know what I mean? But yeah.
Exactly.
Look at me making fun of someone else's look. At least that's the thing, though. I have no right to fucking mock anyone's fucking looks because the fact of the matter is you're constantly putting yourself on camera and still putting yourself out there. I don't.
Yes.
I'm a shy bastard. I don't do that, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm too ugly.
Prophet, that's a good question. When will we see you with a kilt on or off, for that matter? Great question, Prophet. Thank you.
I don't know. I might. I mean, to be fair, I might. For a Prophet, I might share a kilt photo with him. I might share a kilt photo with him after his procedure, as a welcome back. I mean, there you go. Just for Prophet size only, though. Prophet size only. I might share that with him, particularly, especially since he demands it.
I'm sorry, I play too many games that are open world. I'm burnt out on the side quest formula at this point. You know, I don't think it works. I think it's again, for a certain kind of person who has endless amount of time to invest in a game, I don't. I just want to play the game and hit the high points, right? Kind of like Elden Ring.
He just wants to play the game and hit the high points. He doesn't care about any fucking extracurricular content in the game. He only wants a fucking very linear, story-focused game with no side fluff shit, you know? And he only wants that fucking experience to fucking last about 20 hours at most.
Yeah, he just wants literally the theme park modern style game where you just go to this event, the set piece. All right, then go to this set piece, go to this set piece, go to this set piece. There's no exploration. No need to look around.
Where to go, just guides him there. Yeah, fucking teleports him there practically. Doesn't even need to walk there, just fucking teleports him to the fucking next spot.
Criticized Elden Ring for exactly the same thing last year. I said at first the open world of Elden Ring is great, but once you hit around the 2/3 mark of the game, the whole last third of the game is just rehashed content. The same enemies, the same bosses, the same dungeons, the same everything. It's all identical except now there's snow. And like, dude, you ran out of ideas and the game falls flat on its face at the end. It's actually quite boring at the end of Elden Ring until you get to the final Halley Tree dungeon, or you go back to the capital for the finale. But that whole last third of the game is very underwhelming. And same thing here with Zelda, where the open world stuff doesn't seem to hold up, in my opinion. I just feel like the other stuff that's more, it's hand designed, it's personally designed to be an interesting dungeon, a crazy boss fight, interesting plot, story, development. That's what I want in Zelda. That's what it's always been. Breath of the Wild changed that. Tears of the Kingdom just made it worse. No, I want streamlined Zelda. Someone actually said the other day, wouldn't it be great if they could do what Assassin's Creed is doing, where you could still continue with this open world Zelda for those who want 100-hour games full of bloated content, go for it. But then you could have your streamlined Zelda over here, where it plays more like traditional Zelda. Yeah, I would love that distinction. Because right now, if you were to ask me,
I just don't like he's saying traditional Zelda. There's always been like shit you could do in Zelda. What's this like traditional Zelda? What tradition is he talking about? Link to fucking past, that shit you didn't have to do. And you could do shit, how you want to do it. And even it's a way smaller game, but still, you could do whatever the fuck you want. What game is traditional Zelda for him? I was wondering what he's talking about. Like, what is he thinking in his head here?
I have no idea.
What game is that? What version of Zelda is that? God.
Let's just be honest, he's not thinking from a gamer's perspective. He is hard stuck thinking from a content creator's perspective, and especially a variety content creator's perspective. Which is only him.
Yeah. Okay, so even Link to the Past, though, is like, yeah, I guess you could say that it definitely holds your hand more. It's like you got to go to these castles and do these castles in a row, but there's still other shit to do, and you got to explore if you want to get all the fucking shit. I don't understand. This is just madness, man. I think he's just trying to find something bad to say about Zelda. So this is what he thinks is a valid criticism in his mind.
Yeah, he spent all fucking day yesterday fucking harping on about fucking please respect my opinions. I deserve my opinions to be fucking respected. No, you fucking don't. No one fucking deserves their fucking opinions to be respected. Everyone's entitled to an opinion. Every single fucking person of course is entitled to an opinion. But no, we don't need to fucking respect those goddamn opinions. We're fucking fair play to fucking pick apart those opinions and call you out for fucking being dumb about said opinion. But he's fucking demanding respect for having opinions apparently for some reason. Primarily because he's wearing Zelda jammies.
Yeah.
I'm a Zelda fanboy. Look at my jammy. I'm a Zelda fanboy. I deserve respect.
Yeah.
By the way, we've not seen Phil's lower half yet, but I am willing to bet that he is not wearing Zelda jammies today. I believe that because people picked up on it yesterday and people talked about it on Twitter, but he's been wearing Zelda jammies for the last 4 days in a goddamn row. I am willing to bet he is not wearing them today.
Yeah.
What are the odds?
He'll remember that.
What do we think? Do we think Zelda
Zero
Jammies...
chance.
Hold on. I'm going to do a poll in chat. The most pointless fucking poll in chat ever. Zelda Jammies, yes or no?
That's a good poll.
Do we think Phil is adorning the Zelda Jammies today? So there we fucking go. And we'll see. We'll wait and see when Phil stands up. I guess we'll find out. Oh yes, I can always go back in the video because he did stand up. I didn't realise Phil stood up at some point earlier on in the video.
Did he? I don't remember that.
I don't know. Damien Anderson says he did. I missed it.
Oh, Damien, you're about to get leaned. If you're lying, if you're telling the truth, though, I'll lean myself.
We'll just keep playing. Fuck it.
Where it plays more like traditional Zelda. Yeah, I would love that distinction. Because right now, if you were to ask me, would I rather play Assassin's Creed Mirage coming up in, what is it, September, October, which is a more traditional Assassin's Creed game, or would I rather play another Assassin's Creed Valhalla? I will play Mirage 10 times out of 10. You give me that choice.
Nice. Whoa, hot take.
But I know that that's just not me. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, that's not me. I know that I'm not like everyone. I know that my opinions are not the same as everyone else on the planet. That a lot of people disagree with me. They're loving the open world stuff, and if that's the case, more power to you. I'm just giving you my opinions, all right? So it's just funny because I played 2 hours of Zelda last night, and I had a great time. But why? Because I was in one of the main 4 areas, because I was doing all the main quest lines, the main puzzle. You know, I was doing the stuff that's well designed by Nintendo to be meaningful, and of course it was. If only the whole game were like that, right? Anyway, so I had fun last night. Great progress, and when we pick up Zelda again tomorrow night, it's going to be continuing on because we just unlocked the Lightning Dungeon. So likely we'll be going through and solving the Lightning Dungeon, beating that, and then seeing what this next dungeon is, because apparently there's a 5th and final major dungeon in the game that's coming up. And I have the feeling I know where it is. I think it's in the southern part of the sky map.
I have a feeling I know what it is, a.k.a. he either looked up or was told.
Yeah. I have a feeling, or from what I understand, is code for... From what I saw in the video I watched yesterday, or from what I read on the internet.
That's this motherfucker told me right here, this person right there. They told me where to fucking go. And of course, Phil said meaningful. So yeah, Phil said a magic word, Phil said meaningful.
Oh yeah.
The fucking big buzzword, yeah. So one of my favourite ever words that Phil ever says.
Because there's always been this big, like, twisting cloud on the map that's blocked what it really is, and I think that's the final dungeon up there, whatever it may be. So, I think that should be good. I hope you guys will join me for that. So let's talk now, schedule-wise. What you can expect today is the continuation of Final Fantasy 16 on this stream. And the thing is, I'm excited. Why am I so excited for this stream?
The thing is basically the same thing as here's the thing.
Yeah.
Agreed? Yeah, here's the thing is, it's the same thing.
But we can't accept it, though. I don't think we can accept that, guys.
Seriously? I mean, if it's basically the same thing.
The thing is, but here's the thing. All right, I guess let chat decide. For me, that's a no, though. That's a no, dog. Because it's not the thing we wrote, but... Only us Kit Kat and me on the same wavelength.
I'll play it for now.
I don't think that counts.
We'll see what chat thinks.
Yes.
In particular, because last time around when we adjourned, we had just hit an area in the game, all right, where basically there was a lot of fun stuff going on. We went to an area where it's open, you can explore, there's optional fights, optional items, and you can basically utilize all of your fighting mechanics. You now have 2 different elements you can switch between. You now have a full party because it's you and your dog Torgal and a new party member Jill, so you're all fighting in tandem, which is really neat to do combos and stuff. Like, I was like, whoa, this kind of feels like Final Fantasy. For the first time in the 8 hours I've been playing Final Fantasy 16, the game kind of feels like a traditional Final Fantasy game. Cool. So I started really enjoying myself, and then I ran out of time. And I was like, oh, shit. So today we're picking up where we left off in this area that feels very much like traditional Final Fantasy. We'll see how much there is to do there. Continue on. From what I don't understand from people who have played it, the game alternates.
There's a code word again. From what I am to understand, there's that code word again.
Between a very linear nature to kind of going back to semi-open like traditional Final Fantasy was. So as long as it kind of alternates, I think we'll be fine. But man, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I really, really hope we don't get insane amount of cutscenes today. I'm tired of the cutscenes at this point. Give me a few every once in a while. I want gameplay. At this point, I'm 8 hours in. I'm ready for the game. I'm not ready to watch a movie. I didn't buy Metal Gear Solid 4. I bought Final Fantasy 16. So I certainly hope that it lives up and will actually provide good gameplay today and not the same cutscenes over and over. I'm tired of the cutscenes. Okay? I guess we'll see. Later tonight on the late stream, Diablo 4 continues at 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. We are in Act 3 now, and I would say we're probably around halfway through Act 3. We just finished a really tough boss fight. And, of course, as I said, I like these acts. They're kind of interesting, and I'm trying to turboing through the acts. And you might say, well, why is Phil doing that? Because I've been told that these acts, once you get through, like, the end of Act 3 into Act 4, there's a mission to get them out. And once you get them out, now the game becomes so fun because you can move around so quickly. If you want to do side questing, you can just turbo through the map doing it. Rather than having to walk on foot and deal with how slow it is, you can actually just coast through and hit up a bunch of side missions. So we'll see how far I get tonight. Maybe we'll finish Act 3 tonight. I don't know. I don't know how long it is, but it'll be great.
Yeah.
And,
here's a hit. If whenever he says the word act, just everybody says the word act. Just imagine act in your mind, and it's funny every time.
By default, I'll put a shower without. By default, I'm always thinking that.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like it every fucking time.
Yeah, without fail. Just that's the magic of fucking watching Phil. Like 3.
And we're heading
3.
towards them out. All right, cool. Then tomorrow, my
Ooze
final
is
set
back.
streaming day of the week. Yes, this was a 7-day streaming week for me. It'll be Street Fighter 6 on the first stream, as I already said. And again, the choice is either Lily or Marisa or both, ranked multiplayer, or Blanca ranked multiplayer, where I'm focusing on hitting Diamond rank. Okay? And then the late stream tomorrow night will be Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, where we're going to do the Lightning Dungeon and go on from there. Okay? And then I'm off on Thursday. When I come back on Friday, it's Street Fighter Friday, where we'll pick a new character on the first stream, and then the late stream will be probably multiplayer with characters I've already used. Saturday's React Day, so it's DSP versus the internet on Saturday, on DSP Reacts, and then Saturday night, we'll do more Diablo. Sunday, July 2nd. It is the big marathon, everyone. I hope you guys are excited for DSP's DSP, or Digital Summer Party. So much fun is going to happen, all right, on Sunday. Number 1, we're going to be doing a schedule update that's probably going to take a while to get through.
I love how so much fun's going to happen. Well, number 1 fun thing. We're going to fucking spend hours fucking talking for a fucking schedule of all the new games coming out to add to my calendar. I'm sorry,
That's
but
the start.
there is no way anyone can fucking disguise that as a fucking fun activity. You couldn't even. There's no way you can fucking make that activity fun whatsoever. Not even throwing in some naked women in there would make that activity fun. It would make it more bearable for the eyes. But if you had to still listen to Phil go through the schedule for the whole year coming up, God knows.
Imagine like the first day of the Olympics. It's like, all right, let's get this thing started. We're gonna have so much fun today. First thing we're gonna do is tell you about the rest of the schedule for the entire Olympics.
Yeah.
All right, this will take us about 4 hours. Let's get into it on Monday.
It's going to
We're looking
literally take him an hour at least an
yeah,
hour.
minimum. We should take bets on how long that's gonna go.
Yeah,
just the schedule section.
So let's rewind just to make sure. So Phil, sell us this amazing event. Sell us all on this an incredible, amazing event you've got planned, and all the incredible things coming up for it.
All right, on Sunday. Number 1, we're going to be doing a schedule update that's probably going to take a while to get through. All of this year's games now have release dates. We're going to go through there, and we're going to update my schedule with all the hot new releases, and we're going to pick and choose the ones that I absolutely should be playing at release, and we're going to basically hammer out which ones I should not play at all, and which ones I should play but at a later date, because there's not enough time to play them at release. Let's be honest, September, October, November are going to be absolutely insane for game releases this year, so we have to pick the best ones that you guys want to see the most, okay?
Gonna be juggling.
There's also going to be multiple tier maker ranking events, interactive with the audience, ranking American Fair Food, and maybe some Street Fighter characters as well. We'll see.
Good talk.
American Fair Food. American Fair Food.
That's our second bingo of the game because of the food talk. Someone was asking the other day, is it American like fair as in F-A-I-R or is it F-A-R-E?
I think it's F-A-R-E.
That's what I
he's
think.
thinking in
That's
his
what
mind.
I'm thinking, because isn't that basically a type of way to describe the kind of type it is, like as in food type? Yeah. American fair, so American type food essentially, yeah.
Get fair food. But you just don't say it like that in normal human beings. Don't say that.
No.
Let's get some American fair food. That's what I'm feeling like today, guys. Let's go.
I wonder if Kat will understand, what I was talking about. Or she might fucking come out with some like fucking, battered corn dogs or something, and like
No. She doesn't even. She's not cooking anything that day. You know that. It's gonna be a 20-minute break, and Phil's gonna come out with frozen hot dogs.
No,
and say, look, guys, I made this for you.
She's apparently cooking 3 separate things.
Okay. You mean DSP is cooking 3 separate things? Yes, I think so too. That's my Theo theory.
There's going to be some Street Fighter 6 gameplay during this event. Probably just some online multiplayer of randomness. We'll pick random characters. There's also going to be food. My wife is going to be making a bunch of different American Fair food, which we will do taste testing over the course of the day. There'll be some drinking as well. So a lot of fun stuff, a good variety of stuff that day. I feel like it's going to be a very fun event. If you can make it this Sunday, July 2nd, all day long, the Digital Summer Party is in full swing. And then after that, we'll have 2 to 3 days of gameplay streaming, alternating between Final Fantasy 16 and Street Fighter 6 on the day streams, and alternating between Diablo 4 and Zelda on the night streams, okay? I don't know the exact schedule for next week yet. I have to sit down with my wife and figure it out. I don't know if our day off next week will be Wednesday or Thursday. I'm actually hoping for Thursday, but we'll see. I wouldn't want to have a short week.
Dude, stop. Hold on. Just real quick. Think about that. He said, I got to sit down and talk about the schedule. There is one note that has to be talked about on the schedule. When's your off day? Right? This is that's the one exact fact he needs to know. There was no other thing he needs to know. Nothing about time, nothing about what's going on the off day. It's just about when your off day is. That's how much he's trying to make it a big deal. We got to have a big meeting about it. We got to sit down and talk about this. It's one question. That shows how little they talk, if at all. But go ahead.
No, you're spot on. You're fucking spot on. The lack of communication is incredible. All you fucking have to do is next time you fucking says, "Hey, you fat bitch, when's the fuck your next day off?" And that's it. And that'll be the question resolved. He would get his answer. The fact is, as well, she is off multiple days. She is not off just one day only. You know, she's working like Mondays and Tuesdays, but anytime Phil streams, she is usually at home for the rest of the week. On the Thursday, the Friday, whatever. So that door to Phil's office is closed. Hard, stuck closed. Which means Kat is home at that time. Not working. I'm of the opinion...
Yeah, well, you can tell when she's working.
Yeah.
You can tell when she's working when Jasper's in the office. That's the only time you know.
When you can see, like, when you're like, if you go full screen here, you usually see Phil's door kind of partially open round at the side here, the very edge, you know. For whatever reason, you can't see it today for some reason. You usually can. Maybe the border's in the way, who fucking knows. But you can often see Phil's door open essentially when Kat's not there. But yeah, it's just one of those fucking things. Like, it's amazing. Let's fucking have a big meeting. Let's schedule a meeting. Honey, when's good for you for us to have a fucking meeting so we can discuss your next day off? And rather than just fucking tell me the next day off, she's like thinking, okay, let me check my calendar. Let me check my calendar and get back to you, okay, honey? Okay, sweetie.
I think it's because they gotta, they don't talk outside of these kind of scheduled. Every Monday we'll talk about the rest of the week. Okay, cool. And that's when they talk. Because if it was the normal thing, you wouldn't have to have a special fucking meeting. But I don't think they even have to have a special meeting. He just talk at it, making this shit up. All this shit is made up.
Phil's like, I'm gonna have my people talk to your people and we'll schedule a meeting.
Yeah.
Okay, but we'll see. I wouldn't want to have a short week when we're already taking a whole day out to do a marathon. So hopefully the day off will be Thursday. I'll find out though. And then come July, once we're in July, basically the way I see it is it's going to be, focusing on all the games I'm playing until we start wrapping some of them up. I don't want to start anything new until we wrap up the games that I'm already playing. So when Zelda wraps up, maybe, Diablo wraps up, then we can look to go move on and play other games. So let's see what happens. But, progress and fun and good stuff. And as I said, this is the final few days for June. So if you wanted to help out this month and really help me out.
Again. Take two.
Just a little bit of history repeating. Here we fucking go again. I'm getting deja vu. You're getting deja vu here.
Yeah.
I could have sworn I've heard this fucking segment before. Am I just fucking losing my damn mind, or is Phil repeating himself? I swear he said this before.
Progress and fun and good stuff. And as I said, this is the final few days for June. So if you wanted to help out this month and really help me out, now would be the time to do things like super chats, super stickers, memberships, and gifted memberships. I'm not saying it wouldn't help if maybe like during the marathon on Sunday people can come and do that stuff. That's fine, but it's going to basically be pushed another month before I see anything from it. It would be great if we can get some support, rally the next few days for the channel, okay? Particularly, like, members have been way down. I've barely seen any members on the channel in the last week. So it'd be great to maybe get a little bit more rallying by the end of the month, okay? All right. That's really all I have to talk about in regards to that. Schedule done. As you know, there's other stuff coming up. For example, in late July, we're going to do my Machinima event, where we're going to be reacting to the June the King documentary, as well as I'm going to be revealing lots of stuff about Machinima and my interaction with them over the years. It's going to be a special day-long event. It's going to have a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of content, different kind of day, all React content, by the way. And then come August, September, it's my 15th anniversary as a content creator, where I'll be celebrating 15 years on YouTube and going down memory lane with retrospective events, a Project 7 special event, gameplay, all kinds of fun stuff.
Milking more money from John and Howard. Cool.
Big time, yeah, fucking big time. Look, if I was DSP, the last thing I'd want to fucking do is a 15-year retrospective. This fucking sort of delusional fucking thinking that he's in a fucking better position now than he fucking was 15 years ago. In terms of your career, and I mean, let's just disregard the personal life aspect of things, right? Yes, now he's married to Kat. It's questionable how happy a fucking marriage is. But in Phil's fucking demented eyes, he's happily married and his life's as great as it's ever fucking been. But just specifically looking at his career only, 2011, 2012 was essentially a fucking high point of his entire career. That was when he was making the most fucking money. That was when he was fucking white hot popular. That was when he was fucking just ridiculously fucking doing well on YouTube, constantly getting fucking featured and like the fucking, he was trending on YouTube, not shit because he was fucking getting this shit watched first, because Phil will be the first one to spam these videos to his audience, to everyone on a daily fucking basis. So yeah, the fucking gravy train days when Phil should have capitalised on that success and really fucking built off that fucking success and built off all that glory, he failed to do that. He failed to fucking strike where the iron was hot, and it just fucking went completely 360 on him. And instead of fucking making the most of that fucking amazing success, he blew it all. And now he's fucking just basically fucking begging hard several times. It's the second time in this very podcast he has been begging his audience, please fucking make sure, if you can, contribute to the YouTube side of things before the end of the month because my YouTube payment check is not looking that great for next month.
Yep.
That's a complete. So if I was in Phil's shoes and doing a retrospective, I'd be fucking pretty tempted to fucking blow my goddamn brains out, I feel, for thinking that kind of success I had back then in YouTube. I pissed all that away. It's just, I mean, let's be real. Imagine if time travel was a thing, right? I've said this before. Time travel, imagine it's a real fucking thing. In 2011, DSP has the capability of going forward in time to 2023 and seeing what he's like in the future. What do you think 2011 DSP would want to do to Phil in 2023?
Well, he would. Let's see. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to take the question seriously. I know it's easy to say, like, you know, something stupid, but I think he would be like, I guess that guy tried his best. You know, this is how it's going to be.
I think he would be.
Just trying to guess it.
2011 DSP were going, dude, what the fuck, man? You had it all. You had everything. What happened? He would be losing his mind, like saying, how the fuck did he go from having a fucking slamming, hoary young girlfriend on my arm in the gravy train days and fucking machinima contract and everything else? How did he go from all that to fucking begging profusely every day because his YouTube payments are fucking shite? He would lose his damn mind. Old Phil would lose his mind to current day Phil, for sure. Thinking how the fuck did it all go wrong?
Oh, real quick news. I'm reading the chat. The chat. It looks like Asmongold might be a banned word.
Oh, that's interesting. I guess I'll have to wait and see what happens.
See what happens there. But that could be something coming down the pipeline here.
Yeah, true.
We'll talk more about that as we get closer to it. Okay. All right. So, guys, I told you I didn't have too much today, and quite frankly, as of now, I've done everything that I wanted to talk about. And taking a look, we have 0 contributions so far on the stream.
Oh. Dun, 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 dun.
Even I've had fucking contributions, fucking thanks to Profit. Get fucking wrecked, Phil. Jesus fucking Christ, as a sad state of affair, I am 100 times smaller in channel size compared to fucking Phil Burnell. He's got 204,000 subscribers. I've got 2,000 subscribers. And yet...
Game Tracker was at the furry convention last night. Give him a break, guys.
He's too busy fucking doing anything else. He goes, what the fuck? No contributions for Phil Burnell. I guess this means it's going to be a short podcast then, Phil, eh? You've run out of things to talk about and there's no contributions. You may as well get started with gameplay early.
Shout out. 0. So, I'm done with
we
my
need
stuff.
to get the Seinfeld
At this point, we'll open up
theme
chat,
right there.
Q&A if anyone wants to
There's
talk
no
to me.
contributions at all.
But I'll just...
Boom, 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 boom.
Jesus Christ. Oh my fucking God. We're opening up to Q&A, I guess. We're going to you're nervous about me.
Already?
Yeah, exactly. Q&A. Keep in mind, we're behind Phil by about 49 minutes. So Q&A began probably about 35, 40 minutes into his podcast. Over half of his podcast will be Q&A. Just bear that in mind.
Damn it.
And taking a look, we have 0 contributions so far on the stream to shout out. 0. So I'm done with my stuff. At this point, we'll open up chat, Q&A if anyone wants to talk with me. But I'll just preempt this by saying no drama. Already we had a couple trolls coming on the stream trying to cause drama this morning. I will have no part of it. You're just going to see yourself out the door.
There we go.
Back. You try to cause drama on the
White
stream.
noise.
That, by all means, tag me in the chat. Let's do a little bit of Q&A. If any contributions come in, I will shout them out. Thank you. CJ says, how are we all doing today? Well, Jasper's here with me. We're relaxing in the office. You know, my wife is balancing her work week. Let's put it that way. Because every week's a little different. But, you know, balancing her work week. Whenever she's in certain days.
So tough.
That's a strange fucking way to phrase that shit. What the fuck? Why didn't you just fucking say cats at work?
She's balancing her work week because she also has to be the most, you know, busy person on earth. You know, even though she might have said none of this, but Phil has to make her the most busy person on earth as well.
And it's not anyone's fucking business that Kat has to fucking balance her fucking work week. Why the fuck is she telling us? It's not our business to know that shit. Just say Kat's fucking working. That's all you need to fucking say, Phil. He invites these fucking questions. He really fucking does. He fucking entices these fucking questions to get fucking asked of him about fucking Cat when he fucking says things like this, and then he fucking gets pissed off at the fucking chat for daring to ask personal questions.
I know, yeah.
Frustrating, but it is what it is. But, you know, the good news is we do have, like, tomorrow. We're basically planning for our day off on Thursday. And our day off on Thursday, our day off on Thursday is going to be crazy. We've got so much shit we have to do on Thursday, and we're going out to do it.
It's going to be worse than work
so we have to plan a lot. Like, we have to plan the recipes that my wife's going to make on Sunday.
I have to find the recipes I'm going to cook myself.
Thank you very much for Black Mage. Super Chat says, horse got fired from IKEA. Nothing she could do.
That's a meme. That's a meme, guys. She's not working at IKEA. She's working at the pants place.
I have no idea. I have no idea where she's working. I've not really kept track of those, kept tabs on those things.
Well, obviously I do, and if you believe the police report is real, which I know there's some drama there, but I happen to think it is real. She works at a jeans store in the mall.
A jeans store at the mall, eh? Who knew?
Public police record, by the way.
Who knew? Who would have known they would have made jeans that could fit the size of cat?
Yeah, Prophet knows what's up.
Prophet says, shall I call the jean outlet? I'm not going to tell you what to do.
But we do have, like, tomorrow, we're basically planning for our day off on Thursday. And our day off on Thursday, our day off on Thursday is going to be crazy. We've got so much shit we're doing on Thursday, and we're going out to do it. And so we have to plan a lot. Like, we have to plan the recipes that my wife's going to make on Sunday, so we can go out and buy all the ingredients for them. And we got a lot of other shit that we need to do. So tomorrow's going to be a day of planning. So there you go.
Lean.
What is my favorite ice cream? Hoi.
Great question.
Mango.
Hoi. What's this new hoi?
Mango.
Hoi sound.
Mango.
Kids all over this hoi. Let's see how many more times we hear it. This new sound. Hoi.
I might need to add it to the fucking card at this rate.
Yeah.
But
Hoi.
the correct answer to the question is mango.
Yeah, but he'll say something lame like, oh, well, it depends on the day. I mean, some of us like chocolate, some of us like vanilla. And if you like chocolate or vanilla, that's totally cool. Everything's fine.
If it's 71 degrees outside, then I like chocolate. But if it's 72 degrees, I like vanilla.
Yeah.
Tough question. So first of all, I'm a chocoholic.
Siege mode. Siege mode right here.
Ice cream.
How the hell does ice cream trigger siege mode? What in the fuck?
You guys were waiting for Asmongold talk. You get ice cream siege mode.
We want ice cream. Right, Phil.
Oh,
go on,
God.
please explain how it's a difficult question.
Yes, please.
Tough question. So first of all, I'm a chocoholic. I love chocolate.
Is it?
And any chocolate ice cream I'm gonna like, whether it's regular, whether it has like fudge in it,
chocolate.
you know. Because it's weird, because like I like mint chocolate chip, but if you think about it, the ice cream is mint, and then the chocolate is in the chip. It's not really the chocolate flavoring in the ice cream. So I would say some kind of variation of chocolate. Mint chocolate chips with peanut butter in it is also really good. Pistachio, and I've had pistachio ice cream since I was a kid, but I think pistachio ice cream is amazing. I really wish I had some right now because I liked it so much when I was a kid, but it's been so long since I had any. So there you go. No, there's pretty much no gaming news today, Pat. Like literally, there's like not much going on in gaming news. Like I said, it's a stupid ongoing story of Microsoft, Activision, Blizzard bullshit, right? So, you know, I'm just ignoring it. Because I don't want to talk about it until there's a determination. There's been no determination. People reading fucking emails like, you know, did you see what he said in this email? Did you see what he said in this email? Like, what are you, 4 years old?
Well, that could be clown mode. Is that close enough to clown mode?
For me, that's clown mode, but I'll let chat decide, of course. They always say yes, though. That's the meme in this chat. They always just say yes.
Well, why don't you win?
Yeah, I know.
That is definitely clown mode. Him making faces at the fucking camera, doing a wee stupid little voice is probably clown mode. Clown mode.
Okay, we'll give it.
I mean, one more
I said
time.
yes, too, by the way.
Yeah, you begrudgingly said yes. Anyway, you know, these fucking parrots in chat don't fucking care about the integrity of the fucking game. They just fucking want to win fucking bingo. Fucking barely. I'll have you know, this audience is surprisingly honest sometimes. Because sometimes I've tried Sometimes I have tried to push for things and say, is that a thing? I want a ticket. And a lot of times the chat will shut me down and say, no, it's not. So...
Yeah, I'm often one of them. I'm in the team of it should be a fair win if we're going to win.
My audience are usually quite fair and even hold me to some standards sometimes. So there you go. It surprises me sometimes, but I have a very robust and honest audience.
People reading fucking emails like, you know, did you see what he said in this email? Did you see what he said in this email?
That is definitely clown mode. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
That face.
Aaron turned it.
Yeah. This face getting pulled here for the fucking camera. It's not better. This is still a thumbnail. This thumbnail here is definitely a better one because it includes Jasper, Y2K.
Yes.
Y2G.
Y2J.
2KJ.
2KJ, yeah.
Y2K. That's a completely different thing altogether.
All over the place.
But yeah, 2KJ and all the hype. But yeah, it's just, yeah, this is clown mode. So there we go. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 away from a full house. We're doing quite well.
Like, what are you, 4 years old? Stupid.
So,
Derangement.
Are you going to answer the ice cream question? Because I don't think he finished that one, did he?
He kind of said chocolate and then choc chip mint and then he said pistachio, but he's not had pistachio since he was a kid.
I thought he did kind of kind of finish that off, but okay.
He kind of just basically half-arsed the answer, you know. It's basically chocolate But if I can say chalk mint, not shitting in pistachio and all that crap.
Woo! Tough question. So, yeah, I like
mod.
chocolate.
Let me fold my arms and talk to you seriously. Well,
Says, you played Chrono Trigger, did you play Breath of Fire 3, 4, and Xenogears? Never played a Breath of Fire game before. Okay, never. Xenogears I owned, and I played it all the way up until near the end of the game. There's this dungeon where everything looks cybernetic. Like, all the walls are cybernetic, and everything is, like, cybernetic. Like, it looks like you're inside of, like, a big robot or something. Maybe you are, I can't remember. And I remember playing that, and I gave up. I got bored. Now, I don't know why. I actually don't remember. I remember liking the story, liking the music, liking the gameplay. I don't know why I quit the game. It was so long ago. It was when the game was new. I have no recollection of why I actually quit Xenogears and never went back to it. But I never beat it. And then I know there was follow-up games, and there's a whole franchise based off of Xeno, and I never played any of those. I only played the original Xenogears, and I never finished it. So, there you have it.
There you have it.
My favorite type of salsa, I don't think I have one. I like all kinds. I like chunky. I like ones that have, like, more garlicky flavor. I like ones like mango salsa.
That's the soundbite.
Oh, my favorite type of salsa. I like chunky.
I like chunky.
This is. I want to remind everyone, we still have like fucking 30, 40,
Yeah, we
50.
can't stop this much. We cannot stop this
much. There's so much of the
fault.
podcast to go. No, literally, the podcast
I like chunky.
Jesus Christ, I've got 40 minutes at least. 40 minutes still of a podcast to go, and he's answering salsa questions. Now, for your sake, I'm going to play it again, just for normal speed.
I have one. I like all kinds.
Yes.
I like chunky.
There you go, I like chunky, there you go. Soundbite that
Like
yourself.
chunky.
I'm going 1.75 speed. 1.75 speed to burn through this Q&A. Awful fucking. We can slow it down. If Phil gets all salty and bitchy and moaning, we can slow it down, but I have a feeling a lot of us will be fucking unbearable crap. In fact, even before I get to it, I feel we need a wee bit of this.
Yes, fair. If we're already in the just people at DSP Gaming questions, like we're fucked, guys. I think we're fucked unless someone gets saucy. But I bet we're fucked. Like nothing interesting is gonna happen.
There's a fucking party going on in that fucking hole over there. Jesus Christ, they're fucking going crazy in there.
That sounds like my Friday night.
Who says old people don't get fucking wild?
Chunky stream. Yeah, WPIG 6051. Welcome to the Chunky stream. We play everything for those chunky aficionados out there.
Every bingo stream's a chunky stream. I'm a big boy. But there you go. As we calmed down. I've calmed down appropriately enough. Thank you very much, otters. Let's get back to the bingo and see what kind of salsa is Phil's best kind. Which salsa is level 1 best?
I like ones that have like more garlicky flavor. I like ones like mango salsa is really good. I like spicy. I like all kinds of salsa. When we go to our local Mexican restaurant, which we really enjoy, they have a salsa that's more liquidy, but it has chunks of tomato in it, but it's spicy. And we actually like that. We like that it has like a bite to it, rather than just kind of mild tomato fit flavor. So, oh, let's see. What's going on, Venom Snake? How are you today? What is my favorite storyline from a Final Fantasy game? Oh, man. Final Fantasy was the first game ever where I experienced a character passing away. Before then, never in any video game. It was always like, it's just a game, you die, you respawn. Final Fantasy was the first major serious like drama plotline where it took you seriously and you cared about the characters. If they passed away, you got sad. You know what I mean? Like, it was the first game ever that I ever experienced something like that. So probably the first game where I ever experienced that was like, or the first time I ever experienced that was Telos passing away in Final Fantasy IV. Not expecting that would happen in his dramatic way that he dies to save everyone, right? It's pretty amazing. And then after that, Final Fantasy VI, oh my god. Some of the crazy nature of that stuff, Celeste, someone who's torn between being someone who was raised in the military, but then realizes the military is wrong and revolts against them and finds herself to be a very passionate, loving person, even though she was very cold beforehand. Or the story of Locke, the happy-go-lucky thief, who when you find out at his core actually didn't used to be like that, but only became that way after his loved one passed away, and he was so torn with depression and feelings of loss that he changed his whole persona to be something different as like a facade to society. Or you keep going on, Setsur's plotline, what about Cian's or Cyan's plotline, who literally loses his entire fucking family in the game, right? To a fucking clown that thinks it's funny, right? What crazy plotlines,
Right?
I missed a question, but I assume it's a boring question.
Just what's your favorite Final Fantasy storyline?
Ah, fuck.
Just keep going. Just let them go. Let them go.
And this is something I'm playing as a
stop
teenager,
it.
a young teenager. It's like amazing, the writing in that game. So, absolutely, I would say it's the original Final Fantasy games, those older ones that have the best plotlines, in my opinion. But maybe that's just nostalgia glasses on. I don't know. But for me, those are the ones that made me feel like, wow, I can play a video game and have a serious, meaningful, emotional story.
Nostalgia.
It's not, shoot a bunch of stuff or flatten a bunch of Goombas. It's actually, wow, live the life of this character and have a feeling of attachment and emotion towards them.
Oh, all right.
Carlton
Was
Jr.
it
says,
meaningful,
was this
though?
before or after you saw the Transformers movie? The Transformers movie was very early on in my lifetime. It was like mid-'80s. I was born in 82. So I was like 4 or 5 years old when I saw the Transformers movie. This, Final Fantasy games were early 2000s, so that was much later. Jay Kuma says, Imagine Kefka in 3D with voice acting the best antagonist ever. Yeah, I tried to put my finger on who should be a good voice
The
actor for
first
Kefka.
Final Fantasy
I got
came
no
out
ideas.
right about
One of them-
that when he was born. What he's talking about there? It was much later when I played some Final Fantasy games. Like you're right, Slurms. He's like the original Final Fantasies are 4 and 6, but That's just not true. There was Nintendo Entertainment System Final Fantasy. But anyways.
Very confusing.
Yeah.
Which I think everyone would fucking go crazy for. How about Mark Hamill? But I don't want him to do the Joker voice. I want Mark Hamill to do a different voice for Kefka, but to bring that passion he brought to the Joker character in the animated Batman to Kefka. Dude, I think that would be insane. I think he would destroy that character. I really do. So, but if they ever do it, there's rumors that Square Enix employees are trying to convince the Final Fantasy VII remake team to remake Final Fantasy VI. I guess we'll see. Did I say early 2000s? I meant early 90s, Carlton. I keep saying wrong stuff. Yeah, Final Fantasy games are early 90s.
But I say early 2000s, I meant early 90s. I get them confused. And some of this happens to you as well, because you're being so old. You know, you get your fucking decades confused and mixed up because you've lived through so many of them.
Yeah, I get my ages mixed up. Like Stone Age, Ice Age, it's tough.
There we go, yeah.
Get through it.
The prehistoric age and all that shit, yeah.
Oh, Mesozoic era stuff.
Exactly, yeah.
Dude, that fan. Woo.
No, that's what I mean. I don't want him to do the Joker voice. I want Hamill to do that character because he's good at like doing crazy characters. But I wanted to make it different, like over the top. Because Kefka, he's constantly laughing. He's a giggly character because he's nuts. He thinks everything's a joke in life. He takes nothing seriously. That's why he can just murder people left and right. He doesn't give two fucks about anything. He's like the ultimate chaos in the world of Final Fantasy VI. So that's what I mean. Like he'd bring a completely unpredictable, psychotic, chaotic character. I think he could do it well. Oh, I don't even know who Kefka's voice actor is in this idiot. I barely played it. I bought it and never even booted it. Seriously. I never played Legend of the Dragoon. Call of Duty says I only brought up the Transformers movie. People visually attribute that to the first cartoon. A lot of people saw heroes die, never come back. That was the first, yeah, for sure. But again, they did. You do realize that, right? Like in the Transformers movie, Optimus Prime dies, but then he comes back in the fucking cartoon anyway. Right after, too. Like it was only like 1 season after he's back. Because they had Rodimus Prime and the
didn't Tella come back too, actually? I really think that's true. He says, like, yeah, the first time I saw characters never came back, but I think Tella comes back in that. I haven't played that for a long fucking time, but pretty sure Tella comes back to life because pretty much everyone in that fucking game comes back to life. But just a small point, but go ahead.
Aren't they fucking machines? I'm going to speak like some sort of ignorant fucking bastard, you know? But aren't they just basically fucking alien machines? These fucking,
yeah, Transformers are alien machines. Yeah, they're aliens, yeah.
So basically, because they're machines, they have replaceable parts and they can get fucking amended and that's for fucking repaired to an extent. And yield.
Okay, there we go. Tella doesn't come back, but like 5 other characters in the game die and come back. Thank you, Slurms19.
There is no such thing. It's like the fucking Fast and Furious franchise. Nobody ever really fucking dies. Well, apart from, Paul Walker, but there you go.
I didn't hear white noise. There's some rumblings from Utterly Insane, but I don't think I heard white noise. But
no, keep in mind, Phil needs to actually say white noise. There's not just him, discussing the kind of situation or drama, where he actually has to say the words white noise. But I don't think Phil has actually said those words yet. Keep in mind, I think we're going a bit fast. Is it 1.75?
So like maybe 1.5.
I'll do it back to 1.5.
You cannot go lower than that. Yeah, you cannot go lower than
that. So they brought back Optimus Prime after like a season.
It's awesome, dude.
Of course I've cried during video games. Of course I have.
Oh, I get it. I get your guys' joke now.
Venom's sake, I played Final Fantasy 12 and I so bored the story, I never continued it. So I don't even know what the story of Final Fantasy 12 is.
That's
honestly.
cute. That's
I
cute.
never finished the game. So I can't attest to what you're saying. Venom's sake is basically saying they think Final Fantasy 12 is the best one. Maybe one day I'll play the remade version. I've never played a Vagrant Story. No, I have not. Nope.
Never played Vagrant Story. Nope.
What was the saddest moment in a video game for me? Jesus. I mean, there's so many sad moments over the years. Like I just mentioned a few of them in Final Fantasy, right? The first time that I really feel like I had great emotional negative feelings was the Walking Dead Telltale series, the end of season 1, when Lee gets bitten, and now he's turning into a zombie, and that's the end of Lee no matter what. Like, he was the insanely strong protagonist for the entire series, the moral compass, right? For
moral compass.
God, what was her name? The girl? I can't remember the girl's name. Chloe? Was it Chloe? So he was
Clementine. The girl's name was Clementine. The one he laughed. Remember, there's a very serious moment in the game when Clementine had to stitch her arm up, and she was like screaming in pain, trying to fix this wound on her arm. And Phil was laughing.
Dude, I know what you're gonna say here, but I gotta remind you. I want to remind you real clear here. He was a character then, and that was cringe for him to do that. He was cringing the whole time he was doing that kind of content. That was a character. So how dare you?
It was a bullet. It was a bullet. So yeah, he laughed when Clementine pulled a bullet out. That's what it was.
Yes, that was a character though, please. And he was also it was very tough for him to do that kind of acting. It was very cringe for him, actually.
It was his audience's fault.
Keep that in mind.
His audience wanted him to laugh at her pain. That's what it was, yeah.
Yes.
His audience demanded it.
It was her emotional compass. And the fact that he was going to die now was just so messed
compass
up.
talk
Right?
out of nowhere. Moral compass, emotional compass,
Clementine. Forgot her name.
Ice cream compass.
Yeah, that was messed up. Not to say there have been other times as well over the years that I felt that too, but that was like the first time as a YouTuber that I really felt that strong emotional thing going on. Hello, Juan.
What is this?
Lone Star says, "Do you wish the current Final Fantasy had more turn-based combat functions?" I mean, I'm always going to be a sucker for turn-based combat. I grew up playing JRPGs. Let's just think, right? Final Fantasy, Chrono Trigger, Earthbound, Dragon Quest, Suikoden, Wild Arms, just to name a few of the classic turn-based RPGs I played in the 90s. To me, that's RPG gameplay. You understand? Now, I've played probably 100 action-based RPGs since,
Hey, dude,
but I still
we gotta go back to that. That was a nice combo, Jack. Go back. The lead into this massive burp, like it surprised him. Watch the burp almost surprise him. What?
Action-based RPGs since, but I still Arms, just to name a few of the classic turn-based RPGs I played in the 90s. To me, that's RPG gameplay. You understand? Now, I've played...
Jesus, it is. Alright.
God damn it. The burp surprised him. He's like, oh shit, I got a burp now. Better go through with it.
So, here we go.
Yes. Sorry about that.
Face to face. There it is. And
Here comes.
But I love how immediately after the burp he keeps talking. Like, it's like the sentence begins with a burp. It's not its own separate entity.
The self-respect compass was off this time, yeah.
Now, I've played probably 100 action-based RPGs since, but I still, when you say RPG, the first thing I think of is turn-based combat because that's what I grew up with. So, that's what I mean. Like, if Final Fantasy 16 had turn-based combat, I'd probably love it. You know what I mean? But that's just because that's what I'm used to. That's my comfort zone, right? Just like if Street Fighter 6 played like Street Fighter 2, I'd probably love it. Oh my god, right? But that's just my comfort zone. Doesn't mean it's better. It just means it's my comfort zone. You get it? Carlton says, I think Final Fantasy 13 is when Final Fantasy lost its way. The jury is out. Still won't forgive 15 for the stupid 2-hour Cup Noodles Quest advertisements. The only thing that I really
bait. Yeah, definitely bait. Want to get some shrimp talk. Some spoon talk.
Well, this is probably somebody thinking about a bingo, you know what I mean? This isn't someone in the future thinking about bingo, trying to get food talk going.
It could be.
Oh, but yeah, let's see Phil bitch about food.
Final Fantasy 15 for is, and it's not the makers of the game, it's the publishers, is not finishing it. They literally released an unfinished game. There was a town where half the fucking town's not rendered, and they had to write in a story excuse for it, right? There's an entire time gap. Like, all of a sudden the game changes, and there's a chapter that plays nothing like the rest of the game, and it's like, what is this? Well, it's obvious because this is filler because they cut out a part of the game. And this is supposed to be their dumbass transition between the parts, and it makes no sense. And then the time gap is like, oh my god. It's just so bad. The way that they tried to fucking sell that game. Like, why would you do that? Why not just finish the goddamn game, man? And the part with the sad part is, so many parts of the game are like masterpiece level. And then you put up with the fact that they fucked it up, and you're like, oh my god, dude.
Oh my god, dude. Board mode.
CJ says, I cried in Chains of Olympus when Kratos had to let his daughter go again. Some of the worst voice acting I've ever heard, but the situation got to me. Yeah, both Chains of Olympus and Gears of War Judgment were games that I hated because they were spin-off games not made by the core dev teams, and they felt nothing like the original games, so I couldn't take them seriously. Like, I hated both.
Yep.
I'm trying to think of games that made me fucking, like, emotional, you know? I'm trying to think of anything. Probably the first Red Dead, when you're in the barn, and you see all the police basically outside waiting to kill you. It's like, it's one of those things where it's like, you put so much time into that game, it's a very emotional game as well, you know? That's one of those games which, one of Rockstar's, it's definitely up there with Billy in terms of amazing Rockstar games, Red Dead Redemption. You know?
I can't remember, like, I definitely, that's a good one. I was like, for me, like, I remember, like, first emotion was, like, playing on Nintendo Entertainment System. We're doing, like, Rampage, right? Overnight. We're like, all right, we're going to beat this whole fucking game, all 50 states. And if you don't know the game, you got to go through all the fucking states. But there's no save feature. So, like, all right, we'll just pause it and wake up in the morning. But if you bump the fucking system, man, it ruins it. I remember like getting emotional then. I was like, fuck, we lost all our progress.
Yeah. Well, I also think a different kind of like basically just gamer rage because something went wrong. I know. I'm just trying to think of, you know, I used to have that all the time, like these wee games, like fucking these Mega Drive games as well, you know what I mean? No saves, no memory cards back then. Jesus Christ, man. But yeah, it was, fuck me, man. I'm just trying to think of games that kind of emotional games. There wasn't a whole lot of them in the early days, I think, you know what I mean? Where actually fucking pushed your buttons emotionally. You know?
I remember, this sounds really bad because Phil said the same thing, but I remember Link to the Past when I beat that game. That was emotional. Legit.
I've never played that. Like, I've heard it's an amazing game, to be fair, you know what I mean? But I've never actually had a chance to play it. But yeah, I've heard, you know, for sure, yeah. People say Metal Gear Solid. I never really. I love Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3. I love them. I've never felt emotionally invested in them, though. If that makes sense. It's always felt. Yeah. Sometimes you can kind of relate. I mean, Red Dead Redemption. John Marston's out for his fucking family. He's trying his best to fucking just get his family life sorted and just have a simple farm life, not shit. And he can't have that. Yeah, in the end, you know what I mean? It gets to you. Metal Gear Solid is a bunch of fucking crazy fucking ninjas and fucking stealth assassins and all that shit, you know what I mean? And try, like, James Bond type shit. It's hard to kind of relate to these fucking characters, you know what I mean? As emotional as it can get sometimes with some of the moments that it's not really relatable as well, so it's hard to kind of feel like you can connect that way, in my opinion.
I'm reading chat. A lot of good options in chat. We got MSG3. Metal Gear Solid 3, of course. Metal Gear Solid 4.
Never played MGS4, so it might be a different way to MGS4, but I've never actually played that.
Final Fantasy 7 is a classic answer, of course.
There's like San Andreas and Vice City, great stories, and the stories in Vice City and San Andreas were fantastic. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't say emotional, but yeah, it's one of those things where there's a couple of good wee moments in it for sure.
We're gonna be here all
I know. It's just too easy. It's just nice to get nostalgic with video games, you know what I mean? For sure.
I know. It's more fun than listening to him. Of course, for sure,
Prophet's fucking nomination there. Leisure Suit Larry. Of course, Prophet would have that fucking game as a fucking emotional game.
What's that? There's a worse one than that. You could have said that Indians one. What's it called? Like General Custer's something. That was very emotional for me.
I don't know.
Double M says, the complete edition of Final Fantasy 15 with all DLCs finished the game and it's the best version. Yeah, but that's the problem. You shouldn't have to wait and buy the later version to get the full game. We all paid full retail price for the game and didn't get it. We got an unfinished game that felt disjointed and broken and just not cohesive. And that was screwed up. Because it could have been, like I said, at the end of that game, just exactly the same feeling about Final Fantasy 15, excuse me, as I had about Metal Gear Solid 5. Amazing, best-in-class examples of what you can do if the director is allowed to do what they want, except they weren't. They had their balls cut off and the games were released unfinished. And then they ended up being disastrous. They really were. It's like, dude, it's such a masterpiece. What the fuck happened? Why does the story make no sense now? It's just dumb. Excuse me. Lone Star says the most emotional I ever got during a game was during The Last of Us on multiple occasions because I have a daughter. The opening scene was too amazing. There you go. That's the thing with a well-written game is
well, I have a son,
actually have real empathy for a character that's not real.
Not relatable.
If a game is well written, it means that the person who probably wrote it has lived out a situation similar to what you're seeing in the game. And if you live that situation too, now you can empathize, and that gives you that emotional attachment to the character, right? And that's excellent. That's what you want in a well-written game. You don't want a bunch of characters acting like immature idiots and doing dumb shit, because then you can't empathize with those characters because they're just boneheads, right? Like, who fucking cares about them? If they jump off a cliff, if they get impaled by a fucking giant monster, I don't give a shit. I hate them, right?
That's how you feel about most people, so even your mom, so.
Yes, J. Kuma, I remember when Final Fantasy 15 was actually called Versus 13. That whole 13 thing was a mess. We're gonna make a mainstream Final Fantasy game, a Versus Final Fantasy game, and another spin-off Final Fantasy game. It's like, what? No, don't do that. And then they fucked it all up. Red Gamer says, I loved the original Final Fantasy 15. The DLCs to me were icing on the cake. I enjoyed the game. If you watch my review of the game at the end, I actually really liked it. The problem was I didn't feel like it was done.
You're just reading chat.
Yeah.
You're reading chat right now?
David Allison says, Phil didn't say it was the most emotional game because he can relate to Jasper. Yeah, fucking Phil has a cat. Phil's playing
You
a
already
game
forgot
about
about
cat.
that.
Yeah. Anthony says,
You forgot about that shit already, dude.
Anthony says, my first emotional moment is when James's wife, Mary, dies in Silent Hill 2.
That was legit. That's legit. I agree with that. I can agree with that.
I've never played it, you know what I mean? So I don't know. But isn't that a game that has like fucking like 5 multiple, you know, it's like different endings. And you have like a good ending, a bad ending, and a neutral ending and all that shit. Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, fucking hell, man, yeah. I mean, I don't mind games when they fucking try and pull your heartstrings. I think it's alright when they fucking try. I mean, I don't mind. It's good gameplay is important, but a good story as well can really help sell it.
Again, if you have time jumps, entire towns half rendered, a fucking dungeon that makes no sense and plays nothing like the rest of the game, and then all of a sudden after you're out of the dungeon, things change. Like, what? It's just really weird. And you could tell that they were struggling with that game to get it done. Grim Ripper, yes. Depending on what it is. If you mean like send it via email, yes.
I was about to say, Phil, has Phil still not received any contributions whatsoever?
Not yet. He'd be jumping on it if he had. Was to get the 0 off the board.
How much longer do you think it's going to take until he fucking reminds his audience gently? By the way, I think it's about another 5 minutes. I think another 5 minutes. I think it's going to take until he fucking tells his audience. By the way, there's still time if you guys want to contribute or ask me things.
Here's the
Something
thing.
he wants to send it. There's like fan art or something. Yeah, go ahead. What's going on, Jade? How are you
Go
today? Good
ahead.
to see you.
I'll stuff in the closet.
Juan, yes, I played TV Superstars on PS3. It's one of my most infamous playthroughs of all time.
Is
Will I
it?
play Metal Gear Solid 1 ever again? Likely yes, in some form I will. Yes, CJ. They were supposed to make Tekken Cross Street Fighter, but when Street Fighter Cross Tekken failed miserably and got such insanely bad attention on the internet, they canceled the project. And then what ended up happening was the assets that they had. Remember, they had the assets for Street Fighter characters to be in Tekken? That's how Akuma became a guest character in Tekken 7 and ruined the game completely because everyone hates him. There you go.
There you go.
Yes, I'm playing Sonic Superstars Day 1. I don't see why I wouldn't. I love classic Sonic games. This is a classic Sonic game with 3D graphics. Well, here's the thing,
This
though.
has to be one of the worst I've ever seen, dude.
Here's the
One of
thing.
the worst podcasts we've ever seen.
I know,
Go ahead.
but no. Here's the thing. He just said it.
Oh, he said it. Yeah, excuse me.
He just said it
There you
right
go.
there. That's so. At least we got something out of that. He just said, "Here's the thing. We are 5 away from a full house. Hopefully, I won't need free spaces. But if I do need free spaces, remember, like your stream as well, guys. 100 likes on stream equals a free space. We might need it for today's bingo antics."
Yes.
I don't see why I wouldn't. I love classic Sonic games. This is a classic Sonic game with 3D graphics. Well, here's the thing, though. Since it's from the makers of Sonic Mania, I hope it plays like Sonic Mania. I hope it's not like Sonic 4. Remember how Sonic 4 was kind of a flop? So I hope it's more like Sonic Mania, not like Sonic 4. No, I never played the Kaido DLC from Lost Judgment, and at this point, no, I probably would not go back and play it. I don't see the point. I don't think anyone's going to want it.
No, they don't want it.
Jade's excited to see Torgal again today. He loves wolves. Meatball Man says thoughts on Super Mario Wonder and Spider-Man 2 dropping same day. Yeah, they sound great. They sound great.
We're just reading
Again,
chat.
I don't want to talk about game releases and what I'm playing and what I'm not. We're doing this Sunday. This is actually a major segment of Sunday's digital summer party, where it's probably going to be 1 to 2 hours of us going
Can't
through the
wait
game
for that
schedule and
major
determining what comes out when,
segment.
and what games I absolutely should play and which games I should skip or delay for later. We're doing this all Sunday together, probably while I'm boozing up, so it should be a fun time. Please come back Sunday for this during the marathon.
Probably while I'm
Probably.
boozing up. So someone been promised fucking $100 tips already then for boozing up? Because that's the only way. That's the only reason why I'd be boozing up while doing that.
Booze it up, dude. Booze it up. White noise of the
I owned
air
Between
conditioning.
Worlds, but I didn't play more than just a couple dungeons. Twilight Princess, I played the whole game when it came out in HD. Is Blanca's worst matchup Balrog? I mean, it depends on what game you're talking about. Blanca has tons of bad matchups in Street Fighter 2. He's arguably the worst, if not the next worst character in the game. He basically relies on a few tricks, but sadly, his real problem is his hitbox is like insanely wide for no reason. For some reason, they gave him the same width as like Zangief, and he's not supposed to, like, he doesn't implement that. So everyone hits him from everywhere and punishes everything he does. It's really annoying. He's just not that good at all.
Please,
Carlton
someone
said,
say something I can read.
Okay today, but the stream after this one is when the game will likely open up and the game is paced really badly. So you think today, kind of just a meh, but next time when we play it next week, it'll be better? Because I'm trying to think the next time we're playing it is Monday. Because if you think about it, tomorrow Street Fighter, I'm off Thursday, Street Fighter on Friday, React Show Saturday,
We are 2 burps away from a free space.
All right.
2 more full burps is a free space, and 9 more snorts is also a free space.
He's heating up. He's heating up.
Marathon Sunday, so Monday is the next time we're playing it after today. Yeah, we gotta wait a whole week.
Whoa, yeah.
Ugh.
Yawn
Someone's
already.
getting bored.
He's trying to pick through his chat to find anything he can fucking say. That's what he's doing. Like, what the hell is
Good
that,
job,
dude?
Derek's not there just fucking asking the same question over and over and over again. For fuck's sake, stop boring me with the same question.
Please, someone say something I can read.
Trigger says, what genre of video games do you wish you could get into but can't for me? It's RTS. I don't know if there's a genre I wish I could get into. Usually the genres of games that I don't get into them simply because I'm not interested. Like, I'm not really interested to get into sports games. I'm not interested to get into racing sims. They just don't interest me at all. They're parts
Fold
of life in
arms,
general and
rub
gaming
nose
that just never
combo.
really
Very rare.
piqued any kind of curiosity. When I played the games, I have played some of them, they don't really hold my interest, you know? The racing games that really get my interest are ones that are more open-worldy, arcadey, you know, stuff like that. And the sports games, I mean, honestly, it's the story mode that gets my interest. I don't really care about the repetition of the sport itself. So, you know, puzzle games, I mean, I don't even know of really that many mainstream puzzle games to even play, right? But, you know, certain types of RPG, like RTS, yeah, I mean, that's PC-based. You don't really see RTS games that often on console, and when you do, you don't see them taken off. That's why I don't really play them, right? Unbiased fans,
Did you
what's
answer
your
the
opinion on the
question or
Final Fantasy 16
not?
soundtrack?
What was that,
Did
sorry?
he answer the question? I don't think he even answered the question. He said games.
Basically, he said sports games, but it's basically covered in sports.
Okay.
Because he put sports games and racing games, basically the same kind of thing. And then he said that RTS is basically PC only.
Okay. Makes sense. Somehow.
Unbiased fans, what's your opinion on the Final Fantasy 16 soundtrack? Do you want to know the truth? I'm going to be honest with you guys. You might not like the answer. All right? You see this right here?
Uh-oh. See this? Not the toilet seat. These.
These are my neck phones. These are what I use to hear all the audio out of video games.
That's like a dance.
Nice with neck phone dance. Rare. Very rare.
Thank you very much, D-Dog, for the super chat. Says, at Damien Anderson wanted hype likes. So Damien Anderson is trying to basically get everyone to like your stream to get a free space. And D-Dog's trying to help push that as well. So there we go, guys. Remember, 100 likes means a free space, as well as you guys get to see the Balls animation at Pixar Animations. So very kindly made for us all for getting 100 likes on streams. So there you go.
Real quick, before you go, look at the nose shape right now. Maybe it's just the screen.
You mean the bulbous fucking, you know, bump in his fucking nose? Yeah, it's
like a witch. Very witchy right now.
Yeah, it's an interesting side profile shot of his nose. Yeah, it's what do we think?
Gin nose.
Gin nose, yeah.
I think it's the panty in the back. Yeah, we're just being fooled.
Warren says at least he's not got scabs all over it like Cyrix.
Hey, easy on Cyrex. He's going through a tough time.
Fantastic stuff.
These are my neck phones. These are what I use to hear all the audio out of video games for about 2 years now. The reason I have to use neck phones is because in 2020 I started getting chronic ear infections out of nowhere.
And why was that? It's because you barely fucking shower, you barely fucking clean your fucking ears out, and you don't fucking look after your fucking equipment like your goddamn fucking headphones. You're putting them over your ear, they're free grubby dirty earphones that now get fucking cleaned out, now get fucking replaced. They're fucking over your greasy ass fucking head, which is barely fucking washed. Of course you got fucking ear infections all the fucking time. Take better care of your shit, Phil. No, I don't know any of our fucking content creator that got as many ear infections as fucking Phil does. Because they fucking look after themselves. I wonder what he's going to fucking
I forgot the
you.
question already. What was the question again?
Do you like the music in Final Fantasy 16?
Oh, okay. Very related to headphones.
And then he held up the neck phones. So, let's hear the full answer.
These are my neck phones. These are what I use to hear all the audio out of video games for about 2 years now. The reason I have to use neck phones is because in 2020 I started getting chronic ear infections out of nowhere. I used headphones for about 7 straight years and never had an issue. All of a sudden in 2020 I start getting chronic ear infections, okay? So I found out if I stopped using the headphones, they went away and never came back. So I said, well, how am I going to hear? For a year, I just had headphones sitting on my neck, and that was bad. So then I got these neck phones. With these neck phones, I can hear dialogue, and I can hear sound effects fine. The music is the thing I have a hard time hearing in most video games. Now, in some games, luckily, I recognize the soundtrack. Like Final Fantasy V, Pixel Remaster we played recently, I already know the soundtrack, and I can, make out the music because basically it, it was a remix version of the tracks I already knew. In Street Fighter 6, at first I didn't hear the music, but now that I've been playing Street Fighter 6 for almost a month, now I'm starting to hear these tracks in my head repetitively. And by the way, they're not very good. So it's annoying that they're stuck in my head sometimes. Sometimes I hear Cammy theme, I'll hear Zengi theme, I'll hear these things playing in my head. I'm like,
really?
This music isn't good. I don't like hearing this music in my head because I don't like the soundtrack of Street Fighter 6.
They're pretty hype.
But as for Final Fantasy 16, I played 8 hours. I couldn't tell you a single song. I don't know. I've heard it, and sometimes when I'm hearing it, I'm like, oh, that sounds nice. But the music doesn't resonate in my head because it's like this, I hear the sound effects and the dialogue and everything first, and then if I'm lucky, I'll hear the soundtrack because of the way those neck phones work. So it sucks because I'd like to tell you, oh yeah, the soundtrack's great. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I've barely heard it.
Yeah, Jury's theme is
Of,
insane. I love that one.
It sucks. It'd be nice if one day I could go back to headphones. I don't know if I'll ever be able to because, the thing is, there was a comment.
You'd done it for the interview with Side Scrollers, Phil. Come on.
He'll never, but that was a mistake. He can't do that again.
Well, the headphones or interview?
Both.
Jesus
ruined
Christ,
his life.
Oh my god.
Medical issues. It sucks. It'd be nice if one day I could go back to headphones. I don't know if I'll ever be able to because, the thing is, there was a combination of factors. My whole life I was using Q-tips to clean my ears. Couldn't find out you're not supposed to do that. So that was another thing that I changed. I stopped using Q-tips. I stopped using headphones. I don't know what the root cause was.
In fact, now I just use my finger.
So maybe I could go back to using headphones at some point.
Yeah, every fucking podcast was him fucking burrowing inside his fucking ear as if he's trying to fucking push his brain back in from trying to escape. Every single
That's how
podcast.
he cleans it now, dude.
Yeah.
He puts his finger in the ear and then rubs it on his jammies. That's his new regimen.
Yeah, he fucking stretches his fucking alien skin suit fucking ear out and all that shit. It was bizarre. Why does he feel upset? He feels compelled to mess about with his entire face during the podcast. He's got his fingers in his fucking eyes and his nose and his ears. And what the fuck, man?
Nature's Q-tips. Yeah, that's what he uses now. All natural.
Christ, man.
If I did, I'd have to buy new ones. Because at this point, I don't even have any working headphones. I actually don't. The headphones that I used for that interview back in March were my wife's. My wife's PC headphones, and those don't work on console. They only work with PC.
There we go.
Oh my god.
So he had to borrow Cat's headphones. I wonder if he fucking cleaned them afterwards. Not fucking likely. So I wonder if Cat's got an ear infection yet. I'm probably like, how did that happen?
All right, chat, please say something I can read.
No, these are light. Someone just said, does this hurt your neck? They're incredibly light. They're like, seriously, there's almost no weight to these. It doesn't hurt my neck at all.
Oh, yeah, they're 100 pounds. It hurts.
That's correct, Casanova, but those don't work with consoles either. He says, I heard there's headphones you can buy. It doesn't go in the ear itself. Yeah, they're called bone conduction headphones. They basically sit around your ear or on the jawline, and it vibrates, and you hear all the audio through actual bone vibrations. They work good, supposedly, but guess what they don't work with? Consoles. They're PC only.
I got those bone vibrations! Yesterday I listened to dick vibrations, that's why I say that.
Jesus Christ, but yeah, poor fellas. Because he's a fucking console player, we can't fucking enjoy the fucking fancy earphone things or headphone or whatever. The bone can do some fucking setup.
Oh, God.
Never work with consoles. Until they make more options for console headphones, I'm pretty boned. Why only PC? Because they all require drivers and software. They're not plug and play. Because of the technology to make them work, they all have elaborate software to make them work. So that's why you can't use it with a console.
Elaborate software? How elaborate software?
I know, I looked into this several years ago. I really was sold on bone conduction technology. All the reviews say it's like amazing, it's groundbreaking. You don't need to plug your ears anymore, and you still hear amazing quality sound. Everyone's like, go for it. And I was gung-ho for it, and I looked them all up, and seriously, not one of them worked with a console at all. I was like, son of a bitch. That's right, they all work.
Apparently, Phil's wrong. Prophet's losing his damn mind right now about this, Phil. So he's just going, no. Apparently, there is actually
you need elaborate software.
These are actually available, apparently, for consoles. It's just that Phil's ignorant about it, I guess. Or maybe there's some kind of workaround you can have it work for your console via something. I don't know. But,
you need double bone conduction.
Jesus.
It's basically via Bluetooth technology, and they require software and drivers to work, which you can't do on a console.
Dead air.
We'll get there.
I'm at 1.5 speed, and that's like fucking 20 seconds of dead air while he's fucking just reading chat, waiting for something to fucking happen. Thank you very much, by the way, to D-Dog for the super chat. It says, Bubbles! I guess we've got over 100 likes on the stream. I didn't realise that. We have over 100 likes now on the stream. Thank you very much, guys, for 100 likes. As well as earning a free space for a card, you have also earned the Bubbles animation that Pixar Animation so very kindly made for us for hitting 100 likes. So without further ado, enjoy this incredible animation made by Pixar Animations.
Oh, yo, that smells really, really good. I love it.
I love how some people are just creeped the fuck out with that, you know? Like, some people are telling me how to mute it. Like, when it's like,
can't mute it.
Oh my fucking
Gotta
God.
keep it as is. That's how Pixar Animation is what it is.
It's too fucking good.
Look at this. Look at this. We're 1.5 now.
The villain, like I said, the reviews I've seen on bone conduction are good either for phones. For phones, because phones are usually adaptable with Bluetooth technology, they seem to work with phones. They don't work with consoles.
Robert says the headphones require no drivers. They contain an armory crate built into the ROM.
Well, what about elaborate software? You didn't have a response to that yet. I'm just kidding. But yes, he thinks they involve elaborate software, so therefore he cannot do it.
Jesus Christ, man. I'm just hold on. I missed a call from Prophet. Prophet was trying to call in. Hold on, Prophet. Give me a second, Prophet. I might be able to drag you in this actually. Hold on, Prophet. Give me a second here, right, pal? Give me a second here. Right, Prophet. Check your Discord, because I sent you an invite to something. And see if you can join that and then hop in the call, pal. Alright? So, Prophet was trying to call, but I couldn't answer in time. Let's see if we can get him dragged in here. Let's see.
Yellow. There he is.
There he is, Prophet. Right, pal. So, how is Phil wrong? Please educate us on why Phil is so very wrong.
So, the bone induction headphones are not made for PC. They're actually made for the gym.
For
they're
the
made for
gin,
people
for
working
drinking
out.
gin.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Drinking gin. Yeah, no, that's true.
I misheard.
It's
My
made for
bad.
workout, but they are beneficial because the sound doesn't play out loud, right? So people like next to you won't hear the music, but you can still hear the background noise, right? There is software, there is apps for phones where you can adjust sensitivity, things like that, but that's about as far as it goes. And it's not PC only. Like most of these things, because it's Bluetooth, Sony will support it. Microsoft won't because it's not Bluetooth. They do have Bluetooth, but it's controller only. The way their wireless headphones and everything work, because you have to plug. Technically, the headphones aren't wireless. You have to plug them into the controller. That's what he does with the neck phones, right? And the controller's then wireless and then gives the audio signal. But like he has that Astro A40, that piece of shit like Dolby Digital converter, so it converts it to stereo analog. That's interchangeable. You can swap that between consoles because it has the driver is built into the ROM. So it's not like it's made specifically for it. He can take Cat's headset and plug it into his Xbox through USB and it'll work. It's not like it's going to cause a problem. These things a long enough cable. So he's full of shit. He's just making it up as he goes. That's all.
Well, he's thinking he knows best. You know, I mean, who knows? I mean, the information he looked up fucking when it first came out, it may have been accurate back then for all we fucking know, but it's clear he's not fucking done much research into it since then.
No, like I can attach my Sony. I have a Sony Bluetooth headset that I use, noise canceling everything, and I use that for most. I'm on the call. And I use that when I'm on stream on my PC. But I can attach it to my phone. I can attach it to a console. I can attach it to whatever I want. It doesn't require drivers to fucking function.
True, very true. We don't want to keep you, pal. If you're being a bit pulled in different directions, man, we don't want to keep you too long, man. But I do appreciate you educating us about why
it's just some dents that I work with.
Oh, no.
Just dents that I work with.
I get it, okay. But,
all right.
But cheers for letting us know, man, the situation and why Phil was wrong. Also, it's always easy to point at Phil and say he's wrong, but it's always good for you to explain why he's wrong.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem. All right, thank you, guys.
Guys, what, man. Always nice to have a Prophet drop in just to vent and rant.
Yes.
It's just, I mean, it's without Phil. As soon as Phil talks about technology and any capacity, it just easily triggers him. And I get a call. This call comes through. It's like, yeah, let me on. I need to fucking vent. there.
Meatball Man, I have no idea what that is. Dreamy Bowl, never heard of it. Don't know what the hell a Dreamy Bowl is.
Fucking idiot. Get the fuck
Guys,
out
if you're wondering, 0 contributions, which is why I have nothing to shout out right now.
There it is. There it is. The reminder to his
Guys,
audience.
if you're wondering. Oh yeah, I was really wondering.
I was curious, but not for the fucking same reason you were, Phil. I wasn't fucking worried or anything. I was fucking gonna fucking find it hilarious that your audience fucking ignored your fucking begging earlier on. One more time.
Guys,
look at his face.
If you're wondering.
Look at the fucking face he's giving his audience right here, man. Let's fucking look at the stain. You fucking cheat.
You think this is enough?
This is my meaningful content. This podcast is so meaningful and robust, and you guys haven't given me a single contribution for it. So let's one more time. Let's enjoy Phil's fucking salt.
Guys, if you're wondering, 0 contributions, which is why I have nothing to shout out right now. Nothing. Not a super chat, not a membership, and not a tip. So I have nothing to shout out whatsoever for you guys. But I'm happy to do more Q&A for a little bit longer before we jump into Final Fantasy.
Can't do anything
I don't have a
else.
genre of movie to watch. I like many different genres of movies. I don't play favorites. Yeah, PayPal seems to have been fine for the whole week. It was last week when we had that issue with the delayed emails. I seem to be good now. No problems there, to my knowledge.
By knowledge, of course.
Go on, check it, Phil. Check PayPal.
That was annoying. That was annoying when I'm like, well, I guess it's just a slow stream. Come to find out, a bunch of people were contributing.
Retell the whole story. You got nothing else to talk about.
Stupid.
Yeah, don't worry, Phil. That wasn't a slow stream last week, but this one right here, yeah, this is a slow stream. Don't worry. PayPal's perfectly fucking operational. It's just you right now, which is not really doing enough to fucking encourage your dentist to fucking contribute. This is a slow stream right now.
Oh, really?
Nothing I can do.
This is the Home Improvement show. The sitcom is coming to Disney Plus tomorrow. That's interesting. I used to watch that with my parents back in the day in the 90s. Tim Allen in his prime. Grim Ripper did a super chat. First contribution of the day. Thank you, Grim Ripper. Says, I'm ready for Final Fantasy right now. Well, thank you, Grim Ripper.
Grim Ripper in the house.
2, 3, 4. Thank you, Grim Ripper. Hello, Willow. Oh, congrats on finishing your school season or year. Arkham, I don't know what it is anymore. I don't know what to call it. Used to be a school year for me, but now apparently some schools do seasons and shit. I don't know. Well, congrats on finishing up.
Oh my god, dude, he's not even talking.
As Cole says, Tim Allen made Last Man Standing. That's his most recent sitcom, correct? He makes several references to home improvement in the movies he was in. So does he play himself in the show? Or is he breaking the fourth wall? Interesting.
Interesting. Tim Allen.
Carl Jr. says, what's the worst TV series finale you've seen not named Sopranos? Lost. That was the worst. Honestly, I think Lost is worse than Sopranos. Sopranos, at least, you can, like, choose your own ending. You know? But fucking Lost was just like, they had no idea what they were doing. You could tell that they were just making shit up as they went along, and they had absolutely no idea how they wanted the show to end. They were just so confused. The writers of Lost were more lost than the fucking people on the island. They didn't know what the hell they were doing.
Great joke.
Not sure if I agree with that, but I fear trying to rebuttal it will distract us too much. But
Yes.
They had a lot of ideas and plans in place, and things kind of were set up appropriately. There was some confusing things, of course, but nah. What about Breaking Bad? Didn't have a kind of ambiguous ending. We weren't sure whether he actually died or not.
Yeah, it's just him. Just don't give it any respect by answering it. Just let it go.
Yeah.
Don't fight back. Ear pick.
Why does the
dig.
podcast need to be the same length? Why not play early? It doesn't have to be. If people right now said we have absolutely nothing to talk about, I would probably.
They're saying it.
But if people want to chat, I'll chat.
That is what I fucking tell you for the last 20 fucking... Oh my fucking god, Phil.
They're saying it with these questions. What's your favorite ice cream? Well, that's a tough question.
God.
Hang on.
Let me talk about it for 4 minutes.
I wonder if his audience are going to fucking turn around and say, please play the game.
Yeah.
I know. Hopefully they do. Please, chat.
So Arkham says the semester is half of a school year
Burp.
now. And they call it the end of the school year now because the summer. Oh, okay. Spawn Killer, the super chat says, I'm on lunch. I'm eating chicken parm and gnocchi. Where on earth did you get that for a lunch break? Is there a good restaurant nearby that does to go or something?
Bad news, guys. The podcast is not going to end anytime fucking soon.
Jesus Christ.
We are, right now, we're 1 hour and 7 minutes behind. Phil does not end the podcast until we are 51 minutes behind, essentially. 50 minutes behind. Even
We
then,
have 50 more minutes? No.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Jesus,
No,
I'm going to kill myself.
I can calm down. It's only me.
In Minecraft.
Yeah. We're probably behind. Let me just see here. So we're 40, 53. We're probably 25 minutes. 20 to 25 minutes behind.
Okay.
But I keep
This
in mind,
one is
if we play
amazing.
But if we play it though and just ignore everything and just let Phil cook, we'll get through faster. That being said, we have a super chat. Thank you very much to Kel Denson for super chat. It says, spoiler alert for current live Phil right now. Phil only has $5 in tips. I refuse to believe 1 Minute Man is real. Planet Jeff, aka 1 Minute Man, is definitely real. He works for his local council, his local city, as an engineer of sorts, doesn't he? So yeah, there you go. That's not doxing, but that's a well-known fact.
Yeah, the only question is how the tip situation is handled. In my mind, I think it's a monthly donation that he gets, but I don't think he goes through the trouble of every day literally tripping Phil. I think it's a monthly thing, but who knows?
I don't know if it's. I don't actually think it is monthly. I think it actually is daily. I am firmly of the opinion that Phil receives $20 from 1 Minute Man on his days off as well, which is just sad.
That's like mental issues. If that's the case, like I still gotta make sure I donate to my Philly.
I need to remind everyone how much fucking money 1 Minute Man's given. We slight detour very quickly here. Tip analysis. 1 Minute Man. The latest tracked tip was the 23rd. But I think it's safe. That's the 23rd of May. This has not been tracked for a while then. 1 Minute Man has given over $13,000 to Phil Burnell. And that's a tracking since April 2021. So in the span of over 2 years, $13,000 from one person because of these $20, $25, $30 daily contributions. It's insane. But there you go, that is what it is. Anyway, back to bingo. Let's just fucking let Phil cook.
Chicken parm and gnocchi? Where on earth did you get that for a lunch break? Is there a good restaurant nearby that does to go or something? Damn, that's pretty filling. the potato pasta and a chicken parm at the same time.
Whoa, pretty filling. Pretty filling, dude.
Gruber says he's a big fan of Stargate. Never seen it. I've only seen the movie. Never seen the TV series. I've only seen the movie.
People just
And the movie I
saying
thought was
stuff
alright.
they
I was
like
in love.
now. Hey, Phil, I like Stargate. Okay.
Listen to these questions. Do I want to build this up and go see the Titanic? I think it's too soon to answer that question. Her Solo says, would you like for Mark...
What do you mean too fucking soon? The fucking Titanic sank in 1912 or some pish. What the fuck do you mean too soon?
He's trying to be funny
I
because
know.
he's trying to be funny. Yeah, it's just
So am I, but I went the other way and I was even running funnier. That's why I did.
Turning to make Knack 3? How do you know that the entire PS5 is not just a Knack in disguise?
Did he say ack in disguise?
Knack. The game, the kind of meme game that people say is the best game of all time. At least Donkey does, I think.
Listen to these questions.
And that's what he
Do I
said.
want to build this up and go see the Titanic? I think it's too soon to answer that question. Her Solo says, would you like for Mark Cerny to
Not
make Knack
funny.
3? How do you know that the entire PS5 is not just a Knack?
Not funny. Over
Mango
here,
ice
no
cream.
one's
Says I
saying
had
anything.
almond and mango ice cream. Never had that before. I wonder if that's any good. I like the two things individually. Call the Juice says we can check out the Expanse someday because Telltale's doing a game on it. I don't even know what that is, so I guess not. Spawn Killer just
Yeah, the mango ice
from
cream.
home. Oh, well, that's different. Brought it from home. That's different. There you go.
I'm just gonna let it play. Just gonna let it play. We're quite early.
Arkham says, tell me what you do when you wait till you go to bed. Oh my god. I have to really tell you my entire day here on the podcast. I think I will save that for another day.
Yeah, too much serious stuff there. I don't want you guys to think I don't do anything.
Okay.
So
He is
I have to think
falling
of my
asleep,
lies
man.
first. Yep.
Oh, here he comes. Here comes the Jasper Kitty. He wants to jump on my lap again. Flavo Pablo, my stream does start at 10:45 a.m. You're a liar. It starts at 10:45 a.m. every day. The stream goes live. There's a few exceptions.
Yeah, questionable. Well, he's a liar, but there's also a few exceptions. He's about to fucking say. So it went from calling the guy a liar, and then he's immediately about to fucking say there's a few exceptions, which means the guy's not a fucking liar. So on you go, Phil.
Stream does start at 10:45 a.m. You're a liar. It starts at 10:45 a.m. every day. The stream goes live. There's a few exceptions if there's technical difficulties or whatever. Cracker Jackson, when you play Street Fighter professionally, how many hours did you practice daily? I did not practice daily because I always had a life. I've told you guys this. Oh, Jasper. He got all wiggly on me.
Throw
I
your
told you guys
cat
this,
down,
unlike
like
a lot of my
John.
contemporaries.
He was saying this when he was 17 years old. We're gonna hear this. Imagine having the same thought for 17 years.
I just wanted to
He's gonna
witness the
say-
cat show tape one more time, and that was it.
Yes, please do. Yeah.
Told you guys
Go
this.
ahead.
Oh, Jasper. He got all wiggly on me. I told you guys this, that unlike a lot of my contemporaries, I wasn't able to just sit around and play Street Fighter constantly. I wasn't allowed to. I always had school or work or other things going on. So the way it was usually during the week, I never played it. And then on weekends, I heavily practiced. So basically when I did, Monday through Friday would be like work days, school days. And then on the weekend, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, I'd be at the arcades playing constantly as long as I could. Or go over someone's house. Once the games went console, which took a while, it wasn't until around maybe, I'd say 2003, 2004, when the games started having home versions that were more accurate for competitive purposes. Then you try going over someone's house and play, play at night or whatever. But I didn't have the money, the time, the freedom to travel around and constantly play Street Fighter like most pro players did back then. We're talking.
Well, you ended up having the money by using credit cards for it. Okay, or cash advances. Excuse me.
And Empire Arcadia was like literally attending every tournament, and therefore they got that kind of exposure. I didn't have that. I would only play local people, and every once in a while, if I could afford to go on a trip, like maybe 2-3 times a year tops, I go to a tournament and be exposed to competition from all over the world. It was very different back then because there was no internet that was sharing strategies or whatever. There was no YouTube or anything. So because of that, you had to learn everything in person in tournament play.
How early is he
So for
talking
me, it was
about
like
here?
weekdays, serious business, school work, and then weekends, play the shit out of Street Fighter as much as I could and absorb as much as I could on my days off. That's how it worked for me. Argument Edit says, when will Ask the King come back?
There was
Good
no
question.
internet
So Ask the
back
King
then.
originally
What
was supposed
timeline is that?
to be last
Because
month.
from what we've seen, there was internet absolutely around when he was doing the tournaments and shit. So I'm not sure what he's saying here because we have proof of him on the internet from 16, 17, and 18 talking about fucking Street Fighter Online. But okay, what year was he talking about?
He's just fucking making up his own fucking stories. He fucking goes. That's fucking right.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so
Then Ask
just
the King
keep
said, maybe
going.
this
Don't
one.
let me stop.
We're not doing it. All right. Will Ask the King be in July? I don't even know. At this point, the thing is, we're too busy with games. Correct? Jasper, stop it right now. Don't bite the wire. Stop it. We're so busy with games, and we're so inundated with games, and even backlogged on games, that Ask the King is an afterthought. We're doing Q&A right now every day on streams or whatever. So there you go. I don't see the reason why we need an Ask the King show when I'm answering your questions every day live. Now, if things slow down...
The thing is, though, Ask the King is a Patreon perk. It is a specific part of his Patreon setup where people that fucking submit money on Patreon get a question specifically for Ask the King. So he is technically not fulfilling his Patreon pledge by ignoring Ask the King, which could get him in some trouble. Yeah.
It's an afterthought.
Yeah, it's basically a Patreon scam at his rate.
If things get, time...
Thank you very much to Black Metro Super Chat. It says Game FAQs was created in 1998. What a liar. I mean...
It's just, I don't think he's trying to lie here. He's just fucking up his story. He doesn't care that much about his story, so he's just saying shit.
He's just dumb as fuck and doesn't know what he's fucking talking about, essentially.
Yep.
Same old
See how the
Phil.
P. You're lucky.
When I'm answering your questions every day live. Now, if things slow down, if things get, time for it, then we'll do it again. But I just don't see the point in having Ask the King right now, especially you notice no one's asking for it. Did you notice that? Everyone's fine with how things are right now, and they want more time for gaming rather than that kind of stuff. So,
dude just asked about it. What? Okay.
Okay.
Lean. Check PayPal. Check internet connection.
Boring.
Tell Jasper. Reading for any comment I can read. Imagine your chats like this. You have to read this hard to find any fucking comment that say. That's a sad state, man.
Yes, Floppo Poppo, the moment that the stream turns on is considered the stream. That's right. The podcast traditionally starts after 11 a.m. because that gives time for people to file in, and if any technical difficulties or things are happening, it gives me a chance to stop them or fix them. I hate to say it, but there's a lot of streamers out there, they turn on their stream immediately, hi everyone, let's go. And then if there's any problems, they're all fucked. Everything's fucked up, and then their audience has to tell them, well, this is going wrong, that's going wrong, this isn't working, and then they gotta fix everything on the fly. They look like a jackass. For me, I try to get everything smooth and working for you by the time we start.
Oh, yeah. So you change so much, too, about your settings every day. That's what's interesting. It's all different setups and scenes.
I personally feel offended by that crap, and I think you should feel to as well. How much? So before you start that being said, right, for a big that being said, show or whatever, how much preparation goes into setting up the stream?
Fucking a lot.
Exactly. You don't just fucking turn up like 5 minutes before you go fucking live and think, okay, we're ready to fucking... No! You have fucking shit, you set up all your fucking things you need to set up, and also Sam will probably have a bunch of... He's kind of the brains operation, isn't he, Sam? Well, not the brains, but he's a technical expertise. You can think of, playing the relevant clips, not jazz. I mean, but if
that's it.
A bunch of you guys will have a lot of setup and prep to do, though, all the content you're about to fucking provide for everyone. So it's just one of those things where it's like, Phil just turns up and has nothing prepared when he turns up to his chat. He turns up and then it's like, I need to add this graphic, I need to add this artwork for this fucking shit, you know what I mean? It's like, there's no pre-stream prep. He turns up and turns the stream on and then preps it during the fucking pre-stream before the podcast begins proper. So he's lying.
No, I don't think he even does that, by the way. I think this is all just lying. I think he's just trying to say he's making up reasons as to why he goes 15 minutes early for no reason. Like he's not even doing that though. Let's get real. He doesn't have to change anything every day except what, like maybe the background scene. That's legit it, right? Like he has no elements. He has no other elements to go to. He doesn't even he doesn't even switch scenes after this, right? He has 2 scenes literally, maybe 3. Intro, talking head scene, and then gameplay, and that's end of list, right?
And there's ads. The ads playing and all that shit, fucking you see all the different artworks and all that shit. So yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, it's barely anything though. It's so fucking annoying. Anyway, Phil was a lazy bastard. End of.
Lemonade? No, I'm not drinking lemonade. This is a seltzer. Key lime seltzer water.
This is so fucking boring, Phil. Get on with
it. Don't ask a question, though, because it'll be like, no one's asking this question. So, what does it matter?
Apparently, Phil was threatened to wage quit Final Fantasy as of 11 minutes ago, according to Barrett Wells.
Oh, sweet. Oh, well, he's a semi-reliable source.
Carl the Jr. says, I do agree with that. Other streamers aren't as meticulous about technical issues or concerns. No, I'm being honest now. For years, people criticized me, and here's why they criticized me. They said, Phil, you turn on your stream, but you don't go straight to gameplay. Instead, you have a pre-stream where you talk with us for like an hour, and then you get to the gameplay, and we want more gameplay. To which I said, yeah, we understand, because I have the pre-stream, this allows me to do so many things. We can go through schedule, we can talk about hot topics, get those out of the way. We do all the things we need to do, so when I get to the gameplay, we can focus on the game, right? So after a while, people said, that's fine, but we're complaining because you're not calling it anything. You're just saying it's the stream, and we joined the stream thinking there's gameplay. So I said, all right, we're going to make a podcast. So about a year and a half ago, we started the pre-stream podcast, which is now called the Level 1 Podcast for about a year, right? And since then, the podcast itself has an audience, so does the gameplay. So it's good because now we've separated.
Oh, does it?
I'm not kidding you. I see streamers turn on their streams, and literally they don't have a pre-stream, they don't have a podcast. They sit there, and they start talking with their audience, just like I used to. They don't get shit, though. That's fine. They can sit there for an hour gabbing, no one gives them shit at all. All right, so they do exactly what I used to do.
Which of Cat's favorite streamers did you see this happen on?
I was doing it wrong, even though everyone else seems to do this. But the difference then is, some of them will jump right into the game, and then immediately people want to talk about topics, right? So once they start talking, it's like, well, now they're not playing the game anymore. Like, why did you even bother booting the game if you weren't going to play it? I've seen a streamer, they open the game, okay, let's start.
I wonder which hot guy streamer the Cat watches daily feels talking about here.
Why, if you're going to play the game, play the game. If you're going to talk with your audience,
talk with your audience. Maybe.
Don't, you know what I mean? Like, they're very disjointed in the way
maybe.
they do things. And because of that, it's very confusing. Like, my wife and I maybe want to watch someone play a game, and we press play, and it's them gabbing for 45 minutes. Well, fuck that. I wanted to watch the game. Why'd you name the video the game?
There you go.
You gabbing for 45 minutes.
Watch it with my wife. Told you.
You got the podcast, then you got the gameplay. They're completely separate, so you can get what you want when you watch
on
demand,
dude.
Right? So what I mean, like, I do feel like over the years I got treated really badly. I'm sorry, I just did. People always saying that I was doing it wrong, always throwing the criticism at me, saying I suck, and then I watch everyone else, and literally all the other streamers do it the same way. And and then I changed and improved, and they're still doing it the old way. There's streamers out there that I watch who still don't have a fucking face cam. And no one
Christopher Odd, good call there. Squid. That's true. That's the one we confirmed that Cat watched, I believe. Maybe that's not him. I know there's one guy that we confirmed because Phil was talking about that one game that he got beat on that one boss. Was that the guy? I can't remember, but yeah. Cats watch him.
It just hurts my brain seeing Phil try and cope this fucking hard and try and fucking... This is his explanation. He feels hard done by because he thinks other content creators aren't as fucking professional as him. It's not really to do about... It's mainly you being a fucking greedy cunt, Phil. Two separate times already, Phil. You've been fucking telling your audience, please fucking make sure you give money to you in the form of YouTube payment side of things before the end of the month. Because your YouTube fucking check is not looking that good. Can you name, Phil, any other content creators that fucking remind their audience to fucking make sure they're getting fucking memberships given to them before the end of the month so they have a better fucking YouTube payment the following month? You name me one other content creator, Phil, that does that, and then I'll maybe go easy on you.
Yeah.
give them shit. And it's like, dude, it's ridiculous. I had to put up with all this stuff being told how bad I was. But everyone else got away with it, right? So in truth, it wasn't that Phil did it wrong. It was that we just don't like Phil and we want to stay here and crap on him because of this is how you don't play, making it viral to shit on Phil. Because that's exactly what it was. It was people just want to shit on me because it was funny to shit on me. Not because it was meaningful, not because they were being constructive, just because they were assholes. And they wanted to be assholes. And it was funny to be an asshole.
Excuse me. That
so
first is that you don't play is very meaningful, sir. How dare you? That's extremely meaningful. Extremely meaningful. That first, this is how you don't play. So shut up. And real quick, I know we got to keep rolling. This is Phil's strategy to handle criticism is people started not liking him because of this is how you don't play. He's been pushing this for a while now. This is a new thing. So people don't like him just because it became cool to shit on Phil. Because of that, this is how you don't play. There was nothing before this is how you don't play that made people don't like him. That was it.
Over the years today, I realize that a lot of that stuff's bullshit. And that's when idiots come.
Thank you very much, Black Mage, for a super chat. It says other streamers are interesting to listen to. I mean, to an extent, yeah, some of our fucking streamers have a good personality to fucking gravitate towards. For the most part, that's probably why you fucking go to that streamer, because they have some interesting things that they have to say that you can... You might not fucking agree with everything they fucking say, but they're an interesting person to fucking listen to. And, you know, the things they bring up are just interesting to hear. You know, getting interesting to hear their side of things. But Phil's such a boring bastard. He's afraid to fucking commit to anything which could be something controversial as an opinion. You fucking sit his arse right in the fucking middle of that fucking fence and ride that bad boy as much as he fucking wants to fucking stay right in the middle. To not piss off anyone in case he fucking pisses off a whale like he fucking pissed off the Dutch brothers before. You ever wonder where the fucking Dutch brothers went? The Dutch brothers got pissed off by Phil because he fucking made a very distasteful joke about zombie Jesus.
Yep. Tony T, good point. This Yumpa was literally created because he was an asshole, and let's never forget that part. It wasn't just because he was a funny bad gamer; it was because he was an asshole to everybody, and all the comments were already on that fucking video, and that's what Evil AJ was like. All right, I'm gonna do this. Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, the combination. I'll say Phil was a bad gamer, especially with Metal Gear Solid. He was a fucking incompetent gamer completely, and that's what made it such a fucking fun watch as well. But that combined with the fact that he was a complete and total arsehole, and he has been for several fucking years now, since fucking 2008. He's been a goddamn fucking arsehole. Probably even before then, fucking when he was doing the Street Fighter fucking scene, because a lot of fucking people didn't like him in the FGC either. And I can only imagine that's because he is, and always has been, an arsehole.
Yep.
So I put up with a lot of abuse over the years. Today, now I realize that a lot of that stuff's bullshit. And that's when idiots come on here and say dumb shit like, oh, you should have not played Street Fighter 6, and you should have just played Zelda all month and finished it. I say, you're a fucking moron. Like, wow, that's tremendous stupidity. And I will call you out on your tremendous stupidity, because that's not constructive criticism, that's idiocy.
How is it idiocy? No, I get that Phil fucking loves a Street Fighter, but he would have finished Zelda long ago if he focused on Zelda first. The game wouldn't even be a factor right now. And if he plays Street Fighter now, I mean, it wouldn't as if he had a head start already because he fucking played the beta. And he has the fundamentals, of course, with his fucking prior experience. So it's not as if he's fucking learning from fucking step one. He really has some of the fucking basic fundamentals down in his fucking, it's ingrained in his brain because of the fucking previous Street Fighter games. It's not actually a terrible fucking suggestion. But for Phil, apparently it fucking is, because it's like, how fucking dare you? Ask me to fucking not play Street Fighter 6, get fucking banned, trolls. It's not actually the worst suggestion in the world when you think about it.
Oh, let's see here. I got a $2 tip.
That $2 tip was basically the only thing that fucking happened for this entire podcast. The $2 tip.
Stream is saved.
Yeah.
Stream is saved.
He's not going to start gameplay by a question mark over tips.
Business is saved.
From My Nipples Have Nipples.
Make fun of the name first.
Of the mall and the fast food job that you worked there that was a health store. Do you miss the place? I wonder if the owner still owns it. No, I've already told you the follow-up story to that. I guess you don't remember it. And by the way, there's no way I'm saying your name is My Nipples Have Nipples. You're an anonymous tipper.
Oh, that's not fair.
I know, it's not, like, offensive. It's just, stupid, but there's a lot of stupid names.
Phil's mad. He can't talk about nipples.
So, during my high school years and even my first college year, I worked at a place that was called Everything Yogurt and Salad Cafe. It was one of those fad health food stores that erupted in malls in the 1990s. We sold fresh salads, panini sandwiches, frozen
Guys, long story short, Phil was tossing salad.
yogurt, smoothies, frosties, and some beverages, stuff like that, okay? It was supposed to be healthier than the other food in the mall, but it really depended on what you put in it. Sure, if you're eating a lean salad with a light dressing, it's fine. But some of the people that went in there and got, oh, I want the chef salad that has, turkey, ham, and cheese in it. By the way, I want bacon bits in there. Please give me 2 to 3 giant scoops of chunky blue cheese dressing. It's like,
it's extremism, Phil.
To McDonald's, and you think it's health food. It's out of your mind.
Extremism,
right? But anyway, I worked there for many years, and the job was my first job, and I enjoyed it. But what ended up happening was, I moved on from it. Of course, I went on and did other things. I started working in places like Circuit City and stuff like that. The owner ended up having to get rid of the business. He closed it because the cost of food increased so heavily in the late 90s to early 2000s. Jasper Kitty, say hello. He never looks at the camera. That basically it became uneconomical to operate anymore. The profit margins have dropped off so badly on this store that I'm not really turning a profit anymore. So he closed the health store and he opened a Taco Bell. Yes, and to this day, from what I understand, he still owns a Taco Bell in a mall in Connecticut. I think he does. His family owned a chain of these Everything Yogurt stores, and he closed them all, and then he opened up a bunch of Taco Bells. Yeah.
Great. Yeah. Okay. Great story.
No, I'm not dressing up as Link from Legend of Zelda.
Why is that any stupider than Ken?
Because originally, his story behind it was that the reason he wanted to open up the health food store is because he's Indian, and his whole family's a bunch of Indian people from India, and he wanted to have a place where his family could come and eat. Most fast food was not to the Indian standard. You're talking disgusting, greasy, awful, unhealthy fast food, and he wanted a place that
the Indian standard.
So if they went to his salad store, you could make a fresh, healthy salad. You could add in some protein. You could make things that Indian people would eat. That's why he wanted to operate that place, right? So it's sad. It's sad that he basically had to give up on that.
Yeah. His whole family is a bunch of Indian people.
Thank you very much to Black Metro Super Chat. It says, he used to put crap roaster on the tip board for years. You gotta keep in mind though, unless you're Derek, crap roaster is not a sexual reference. My Nipples Have Nipples is potentially construed as sexual because of the word nipple. So, There you go. That's why Phil feels awkward when about the fucking nipples have nipples thing. Because potentially sexual, but anything scat related, Phil's like fair game for it. Bizarre as it is.
Yep.
So Q-Limp says Philly Boy doesn't understand the story. The business plan wasn't working, so he completely changed his business model to the markets. Exactly, he adapted. So he could thrive. It's just a fucking simple case. I mean, it's just... Yeah, you fucking either adapt to survive, or you fucking die by the wayside. That's just business 101.
So, it's sad. It's sad that he basically had to give up on that and just open up any old fast food place to make money. By the way, Snow Carl reformed. We have his membership for 13 months. Says, don't worry, the OG creator is paving the way. There you go. Right. I do not have a lot of knowledge when it comes to cuisine. That's ridiculous. I do not.
How much more?
All right, last chance for any logical questions. We're going to go into nonsense that I'm not answering.
We're almost there.
Last chance for a question, and then we'll get started with Final Fantasy here today.
It's almost over.
Logical questions. That's some logic questions.
X Shooters, we have this membership for 13 months. Thank you for renewing X Shooter.
That's some more
I like
logic
French toast
questions.
more than waffles. Felix Tomato, I'm sorry that a
That's
Whopper
a
made
good
me sick from
logical
Burger King. Sounds like I
question.
went to a bad Burger King.
These are not logical
What kind
questions.
of mic do I have? I have no idea. I bought this mic nearly 10 years ago. It says it's Audio Technica. That's all I know. It's an Audio Technica microphone, and it works very well. That's literally all I know. I don't think I have the box for it anymore.
And hasn't been cleaned since.
Yeah.
Look at all that dust on top
With
of
what
it.
logical stock questions? I like French toast more than waffles. Yes, thank you for that logical question.
Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for a good show. Thanks for chilling with me. Like I said, there just wasn't a lot of topics to talk about today. I was happy to have some Q&A with you and relax. I hope you enjoyed the show regardless. We'll see you tomorrow if we have more serious business to talk about. But in the meantime, thank you for watching and attending and enjoying the Level 1 podcast, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, quick out.
It's over.
Quick
Let's
exit.
get set up here.
But
We're
not
going to jump
over
into Final
yet.
Fantasy just a sec. I'm just going to pee quickly before we begin.
I'm not freaking out. I'm not
But it
going
should
to freak
take more than just
out.
a couple minutes.
It's a quick pee.
How's this off?
Oh, wait.
Everything's fine.
We'll get to see if he's wearing Zelda jammies or not.
Oh, here we go. Come on.
Stand
think
up,
that's good,
Dick.
right? I think that's good.
Yes, got 81% of the vote right now.
Okay.
I think we'll end the poll.
Grab the controller.
He's not wearing them.
No. He changed. Get fucked. I won.
I said he was.
All right.
I said he wasn't. He was going to change.
I'm just going to go use the restroom quick. I'm mute the mic.
Oh, yeah, me and King Dad thought no. Yeah, me and King Dad were smart. 81% are stupid.
In reality, like I tell you guys, every day when I wake up, that's the best day of my life. I feel like this next day is awesome. I have a beautiful wife who I love so much. She loves me.
Of course, he's going to be fucking sensitive about that fucking shit. You know.
Yep.
Peer pressure pays off once again.
Use the rest, come right back, and we're going to start. All right, I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah, dang.
And then he's fucked off to the fucking Bingo. So I'm just going to fast forward until he gets fucking back.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
Cat's
There's
not
still
there,
PJs,
so-
by the way.
Oh yeah, they're
There's
probably
still
will
PJ.
Yeah, probably still. Yeah.
Was that the phone right there? Very dangerous place. Oh no, is that the phone on the chair? Or no?
No.
I think it is.
No, I don't think it is.
But it goes somewhere. Look, let's see. Yeah, he would take the phone to the
No,
bathroom.
no, that's
wouldn't he?
a cushion. What you're seeing is like part of a cushion for the back. There's a wee black edge tip, you know,
Okay.
or a cup holder or something like that. The phone's definitely not in a chair. So he's back here. Throws himself in a chair, collapses.
Hello. All right, guys, I'm back. You ready?
Ready?
Let's
go.
jump in.
No worries.
All right. Let's continue on. As I said, this is actually a good part of the game. I'm enjoying it. I hope that it stays at this level without 400 cutscenes, but knowing this game, there'll be 400 cutscenes right around the corner. Let's see how we do here today. And guys, remember, end of the month coming. It'd be great if you could support my...
Again.
End of the month, 3rd.
3 times. Twice during the podcast and once right before gameplays. Fucking telling the audience. By the way, before the month ends, YouTube contributions are mandatory.
streams in any way, whether it be a super chat, a membership, a gifted membership, a tip, just a like on the stream, anything is much appreciated. Thank you guys. Hopefully we'll have some strong days here to end the month. So far, thank you to the few who have done super chats. Okay.
Thanks to the few who've done super chats. Tip? Who gives a fuck? Mr. My Nipples?
Alrighty,
Get
everyone,
the fuck
welcome
out
back.
of here.
Mercifully, the bingo's
All right.
over. We had, sadly, we only have 1 free space because of the flags. We didn't get the 10th burp, sadly, so... And white noise was a fucking failure as well. That is thankfully not the reason why we lost bingo. You know, at least
Yes,
there was other squares that were a factor. I'm going to tick white noise just for the sake of it. Just because we had a free
can
space
say
to use up. Yeah.
The air conditioner was white noise. So.
Yeah, fuck it, yeah, why not, yeah. That's when I'm England. Let's refresh Phil's fucking stream and see how he's doing. He started the stream at $2, and we are behind him by about an hour and 10 minutes. Let's see how he's doing right now. He's actually on his break right now. He's at 60 bucks.
Up to 60.
25, so 20 odd bucks from 1 Minute Man, probably, and Grim Reaper 25 as well. The 1 Minute Man at 20, around it there. $20 was a 1 Minute Man, which got him up to like $25. And then an anonymous fucking person gave him $25.
There we go.
So it put him up to 60. But then they probably told him what his fucking name was and they changed it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, there we go.
Grim Reaper there, so there you go. Fucking hell, man. So Phil's on the break right now. Fucking hurry for that. Random
I am back.
phosphorus.
Okay.
But yeah, okay. Well, in that case, we'll just chill out. So we endured Phil's crap. Let's just where the fuck are all the others? Well, there we are. There's one right there, fucking bottom. Fantastic stuff. Right, sadly it wasn't a full house in the bingo, you know what I mean? But it still was a good time. Fun time had. And yeah, thank you for helping me endure it. I do appreciate company when we're enduring Phil's antics. It wasn't a great podcast. I mean, when Phil had nothing to talk about whatsoever, and he is just dragging it on for the sake of dragging it on.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. That was a lot of dead air for even Phil. That was an amazing amount of dead air staring at chat saying, please say something interesting.
That's the thing is, because it's fucking bingo, we can't skip it in case we miss anything for the fucking card. It's torture. It really is at times. Jesus, man. But I do appreciate company anyway, as I said. So tomorrow, well, tomorrow's Wednesday, of course, which normally would be a fucking day off for Phil, but he's still here tomorrow. But, so what are you up to tomorrow then? What your Summer of Alt, where are you going to get crashing next?
Tomorrow, we're going to do, with Meerkat, with Steve of the Dead, Dent Scrolls tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
There you
get
go.
hyped for that.
There you go, indeed. And of course, Thursday, Phil's day off. You guys will be doing your That Being Said podcast, I imagine, unless something, unless otherwise stated, that's the plan anyway.
Yes, definitely.
So there we go. Fantastic stuff indeed. So anyway, I'll be back tomorrow with some more bingo antics, and hopefully we can get a full house to end off Phil's working week. To kind of round off, nice to end Phil's working week with a full house. But we'll have to see, I'd wait and see what happens, I guess. But yeah, until then, guys, hope you enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, whatever you end up doing. And I'm going to vanish now. I'm going to let Alt escape as well, because he's suffering enough. And yeah, I'll catch you all later for some more bingo tomorrow if you want to join me. But until then, have a good one. I'm going to end how it always ends by playing the DSP contributions made by the excellently talented Pixar Animation. So until then, guys, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, and I'll catch you all later. Peace out.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower? When you're showered in money. When you go outside, all of a sudden, greenbacks start falling from the sky. And you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money. it's gone. Just gone like that in an instant.